Good morning, good brother.
What's going on? What's going on? We gonna let them come on them. I'm gonna hit them with another one real quick, bro. Yes, sir. About to get this thing. Yeah. What's happening? What's happening? It's
Everything
Saturday. It's
mashed
fight
potatoes.
weekend. Yes, sir. Welcome to the Cold Crush Lounge. I have this special, this co-host, the family in the building. I got Brian Corbett, brother DP. Whenever you feel like it, man, hit the link and let's do this thing. We got brother Judah been in the building. MP, what the fuck? TWT in the building. What's happening? I ain't got my sound effects ready yet. I am a effect. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, BC? What's happening, bro? My brother's keeper. What's going on? What's happening, BC? What's going on,
Just all
broski?
gravy and mashed potatoes, brother. Everything good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're about to have a good old talk. We're gonna let a couple more people get in here, man. And we're gonna talk this good hip hop. So today's segment, we're gonna talk about hip hop from the beginning. We're gonna talk about the hip hop 80's. We're gonna start from scratch and we're gonna go from there. And however you guys want to flip it, you want to go to a different part in whatever year we talking about, we're gonna have fun. It's healthy conversation. Something, get us kicking our feet up and getting ready for the fight that's coming on later on. But speaking of boxing, I drop something on boxing real quick. How do y'all feel about Queen Rara? He hasn't signed the contract yet. That's was floating around in the boxing streets that he hasn't signed the contract yet. But they was talking about, oh man, he didn't send the contract. They're not sending the contract. This, that, and the other. Then hey, we got the contract. Okay, it's been almost 4 days now. Why hasn't he signed the damn contract? I see you. I'm bringing you right in, DP. Got you, brother. There we go. We got DP Rocker. Rock you out your socks. What's going on, bro? We got DP Rocker. Yo, if y'all know anything about DP, man, his passion for music is something else, bro. So that's why we got brother DP Rocker, NBC, part of the Cool Crush now. They'll be coming through every Saturday talking his old hip hop and whatever else in music that we're gonna talk about. So thanks for being a part of this, man. Uh I like being a team player. I like to rock with the fanboy. I'm a riot by myself, but shit, I like to rock out with people. Let them do their thing. So we here, man. So this is our first live doing together. We're doing together, which is cool because it's only the second segment of this show here. So that's dope. So you guys here right at the very beginning, and y'all are hosting this joint. So every Saturday, man, we're gonna be doing this thing at 10:30 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all got anything to say about some boxing real quick before we start talking this hip hop?
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you having me, man. Sitting up here with these grandbabies today, bro. So y'all got to bear with me, dog. It's
Oh, no,
Saturday,
no
man.
problem.
So
We
you know what
here,
I'm
we
saying.
here.
I'm gonna be in and out, bro. So I'm just like, trying to
It's all
get
right.
it moving and everything. But yeah, I'm excited about boxing, man. You know me. I learned from y'all. I listen to y'all, man.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying. I didn't know about all this stuff that was going on until I got on YouTube, man, and started really, like, really, just like looking at how the politics of boxing is going and why certain boxes matches never got made or didn't get made, or even the new thing they got now, the duck thing, the duck alert. So I'm seeing what's going on now. I'm paying attention now.
right. BC, you got anything to say about boxing real quick, bruh?
Nah, I'm gonna watch it later if I don't pass out.
Word,
Word.
Right.
word.
I got this. Well, I got a movement going on. It's a solo movement for myself. I am boycotting a lot of fights. If they do not make sense, I'm not watching. If it's a
Word.
fighter who's in there and he's overly matched or even undermatched, I'm not watching it. I don't care who the person is. I don't care. We've seen some of these guys that we talk about, we give credit to, which some of it is deserved, get in there with guys they shouldn't have been there with. And that goes for everybody. I'm sick of everybody putting a finger at one guy, trying to bring down one guy to build another person's resume. I'm tired of that nonsense. All this Devin Haney comparison with Tank resume and all that nonsense. Listen, man, y'all know I give it to it. I drops it real. Listen, here's the thing. Now the young boy, salute to him. Yeah, he got undisputed. He got undisputed. He got it, but not the way he was supposed to get it. Now we ain't gonna sit here and act like this man ran through a goddamn division because he didn't. He fought a lot of subpar opposition. Yes, so yes, he goes on the list of getting in there with guys that was sea level or whatever the case may be. I don't want to hear nothing about no ducking. I'm not talking about ducking. I'm talking about the guys he fought. What's the use of talking about a guy that's not on his resume? It's a waste of breath. So I'm not entertaining that. So we gotta with our great services, with our boxing knowledge, we gotta try to kill some of that shit, man. Because I can't take it in 23. So, I'm really tired of it because, I can sit here and say all of them ain't really did nothing for real, for real. But then when you really get down to it, somebody did a little more than the other. And the whole thing with Dev and Tank, man, it's the popularity thing. Tank is a damn star. No matter if you like it or not, however you critique Tank Davis, go ahead. I don't agree with you, and I don't even waste my time to rebut it because I'm not going to be debating nobody about what Tank skills is. I'm tired of that. It's played out. These hard heads is falling deaf ear. They ain't going to get it. I'm not having no boxing discussion with these people. No unhealthy boxing talk. I'm not having it, and no unhealthy boxing matches that is not good for the viewers and the people who come to the gate and sit loud. I'm tired of this bullshit. These guys out here, everybody's acting like a diva all of a sudden because they didn't got a lower taste of something that they shouldn't have got. You see what I'm saying? So now they trying to wiggle their way around shit and try to, go for big fights. Rolly Romero, Isaac Cruz, Ryan Garcia, and he ain't even signed a contract yet. So what's up with that? Once again, he ain't signed a contract yet. I don't give a damn. He don't deserve to be in there, but because of his mouth, somebody need to shut it up. And I was hoping one of the three kings shut his mouth, or any of the top dudes. I didn't care who it was. Once he get in there with somebody that's of his level, you know what I'm saying, or even a little higher, they're going to beat his ass because there's a few dudes that Ryan Garcia cannot beat. Outside of Tank, Devin, Shakur, he not beating Ghost Martin. Cheese Muratala beat his ass right now. I got Abdullah Mason whooping his motherfucking ass right now. And there's a few more because he ain't that good. He's not proven. He's getting too much credit for what? Facing a bunch of C- opposition and fighting guys a year and a half later than what you were supposed to from the original date. What's up with that? Then people forgetting that he ducked smoke. He was been supposed to fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why he going at the Tank is Tank is fucking short. That's it. Cause the motherfucker ain't called out nobody his height lately. The last person he fought that was around his height was Luke Campbell. What a coincidence. The last person he fought, his height dropped his ass. Everybody else he been fighting, they've been short. Oh, come on, Crush. He's the tallest guy. Tallest guy. Get on up out of here with that bullshit. Because this guy's his height. He can get it anywhere. And I've got big questions about this dude. He ain't proven. And as much as an asshole Teofimo is, I got Teofimo beating Ryan Garcia with half his goddamn sense. I ain't sold on him.
You think Tio would dust Ryan off?
Yeah, I think Tio can beat Ryan, bro. I think he can.
I think Tio is he's more mobile than Ryan, but I don't think Tio ever been hit by nobody that punches like Ryan.
Yeah, but Ryan ain't faced nobody that punch harder than T.O. You know what I'm saying? Luke Campbell don't punch
Yeah.
harder than T.O. You know what I mean? So he ain't been in there with no punches or anything. And all it's about what he gonna do, what he gonna do. This man talking about doing shit he never did to a level fighter like Tank. So when they start talking like that, bro, that I don't buy that shit. That's nerves, bro. You scary. That's why you out here talking some outlandish bullshit. You a habitual fucking goddamn delusional ass fuck. Cause you just think that you just gonna come out here and get Tank Davis out here in 2 rounds who got a fucking chin, who face adversity every time he's in the ring and he fought better opposition than you. I don't care if y'all motherfuckers say Ryan hit harder than everybody that Tank fought. Let me tell you something else about punching power. It's only as real as the level of your goddamn opponent. Remember that. When y'all talk about power, bring that into consideration. Yeah, people got power, but their power is only as good as the opposition, and we know how really effective their powers is when they still doing it consistently against better opposition. Some guys when they face better opposition, they knockouts drop dramatically. Some of them drop a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So all it's about his power. What are you gonna do to Tank against what? He hasn't done nothing to prepare him for Tank and working a one fucking camp with Joe Goosen or Foosin or whoever. You can go call a motherfucking Wizard of Oz. Not gonna get you fucking ready. You ain't never been ready. Just be ready to take a nap, bro. Get that check and take your ass back to modeling. Cause it ain't gonna be no sense of wanting to see Ryan Garcia fight anybody else. And that's why he's taking his time to sign a contract. Oh, take little, he little, he little. What's what I'm gonna do? Yeah, you's a front runner, nigga. You think you gonna catch Tank. You think you gonna catch Tank like you caught everybody else. Anybody that believe that nonsense, I question your boxing knowledge. And I question if you really a fan of the sport first or you're a fan of the fighter. You a fan of the fighter, get the hell up on out of here respectfully because we ain't got time for that. And we've been teaching y'all long enough. I'm gonna start charging you fools for teaching y'all something, or start giving our ass whipping. You might get it that way.
Yo, first, peace to everybody in the chat. But what something you said about Devin Haney. Now I'm not going to debate about Devin Haney. I just look at it like he fought who had the belts. It's not like he wasn't calling for the smoke because he was calling for the smoke. It doesn't matter whether he got like niggas be like he ain't got no power. That shit don't matter. They must see something because ain't nobody in no rush to just fight this fool. But he fought who was in front of him, bro. He tried to fight Loma. Loma dipped out, got the little championship designation. And then Tio beat Loma. Then Tio want to run around and prolong shit and try to fight Cambosis. He got his skirt pulled up real quick. So Cambosis was the only person that had the balls to be like, fuck it, I'll fight Devin Haney. And that's how he got him. That's why I ain't mad at I can't pick and choose who he fought to get the undisputed title. You know what I'm saying? But that's who was in front of him. That's who had the belts. That's who he took it from. We can't. The history books don't care about the path he took. The history books is supposed to say
That's true.
that he was the youngest undisputed champion. Period in the 4-belt era. Period.
Yeah. I would never take that away from him, but you know me, man. I bring out all aspects. And when I see people doing shit like that, I'm like, oh, slow down. Slow down. Y'all doing a little too much. Now, I get it. He got it from who he got it with, but don't act like he ran through the division and fought all the top opposition like Jamel Charlo did. You understand what I'm saying? And that's no slight to him. That's just being honest. That's logic. I'm not making it up. It is what it is. So I only speak on that when people overhyping the shit on Tank. The only way we gonna find out what's popping with these two young men is whenever they get in the goddamn ring with each other. But with that being said, have y'all noticed? And we're gonna get into this hip hop in about another 5 minutes. We're gonna cook. Have y'all noticed, right? Have y'all noticed? Shakur Stevenson name, his mouth, his face ain't been heard or seen too damn much. Now we know he fighting Yoshino, and I gotta pat myself on the back because that's one of the guys I say he probably will fight when we was trying to figure out who would be a good match for him because we already knew some guys wasn't going to fight him, and guys that will fight him, they already had fights set already. So the Devin Haney and Tank Davis talk is good, but it's also a distraction, and nobody gets out the way when it comes to me, when it comes to the sport of boxing. You see what I'm saying? So, he's been up in the mix, and it's already been planned between those two. They gaming us, and I'm talking about Devin Shakur. These dudes had already planned to meet up at 147. So what we talking, another 2 years now? And how long Shakur is going to be at 35 before he go up to 40? I suggest he take 3 fights and fly like a kite right up out of there. You see what I'm saying? Because he's going to be struggling at the weight. He should be on his way to 140 right now already. But with that being said, that's enough boxing talk for now. We here on some hip hop. We talking hip hop 80s from the beginning. Now, everybody, all the fam that's in the chat, do us a favor, real quick, right? Let us know what year that you started listening to hip hop. You ain't got to say your age, just say the year. Whether 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Because I don't want us to build on hip hop and then it's a year and a lot of y'all that's in here, it's above your comprehension. I don't want to go that deep just yet. You see what I'm
That's gonna
saying?
be hard
So
for them to answer because like most of us is from urban areas, so we live the hip hop shit. It's not like when we started listening to it, that shit was in our house. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like I'm
I
from New York. That shit was just in my house. I was born in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? That shit was just in my house from disco to fucking Houdini and like it just went crazy. That's like Saturday morning is you turn on Shaka Khan and clean up. You know what I'm talking about?
right.
So it's most of us
Yeah.
live like that.
Yeah, it's interesting that you said disco, right? So let's start from the beginning, people. So we taking it, man. We gonna see 79, late 79 into 80, but she's in New York, and we know it goes back to 77, and even a stretch of 75. We really did the homework. I know my shit. You see what I'm saying? Uh, but let's go from like 79. Now, when hip hop um first got on the in the airwaves when the first era is starting to get watered down before they really poisoned it, right? The music was different than what the music is now. Back then, they was actually rapping off of disco beats. You, you,
Yeah.
you didn't consider you didn't consider Curtis Blow rapping off a hip hop beat. You know what I mean? Treacherous Street wasn't rapping off a hip hop beat. Spoonie G, the
Houdini.
Furious Five, Houdini, they was rapping off of disco beats. Cause you got to remember, disco came in and it diluted the funk, and a lot of musicians and everything that was with the funky, like the disco shit. So, what hip hop did, when disco came in, when funk went down, hip hop once they say, man, we got to change the sound up. We can't keep on playing this ding 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 ding, type of music shit. We got to change something up. So what happened? That's when they started going into the sampling very heavy. They sampled the little disco shit a little bit, but most of them it was easy to make a disco beat on a 808 rolling. You see what I'm saying? Or 707. They the first beat you know how to make on a beat machine if you ever try to mess around with. It's always gonna be one of them corny ass fast paced like techno type of disco beats. You know what I mean? If you ever experimented with it. If I'm incorrect, correct me as I go on. So what happened was what really brought funk back to life is when they discovered, hey man, we got to start using these beats. Because what happened, all the rare funk music, that went down, a lot of artists, known artists, and rare artists. DJs, they got to have music, and they started coming across certain breaks in the music. And it'd be a little break. It could be for a couple seconds to maybe about 30 seconds. And you got that chorus. You know what I mean? You got that break, and you got that drum break. Like the funky drum, one of the most sample breaks of all time. It's not no one in hip hop that did not sample that shit. So once they discovered, hey man, we gonna do this because they started putting these rare instrumentals and instrumentals of funk artists like James Brown and those cats onto vinyl, and they made it for the DJs, so it'd be something for them to scratch up, because cutting up the disco shit was getting kind of corny. Need something a little more fly. You see what I'm saying? Which was fly was a great idea, and once that came into play, man, it was on and popping. So the sound started to change around let's say about 84, 85. I mean 83-ish. You see what I'm saying? When Run DMC and started getting big, and the start of Def Jam and all that. But yeah, back then it was a whole lot of disco shit. But we were used to disco music because we was listening to it as children, because before rap, before hip hop, we listened to the same music that our parents and our guardians listened to. So it was nothing but everything else but hip hop. Even if you was in a house, and I know it's kind of painful for some people if they grew up in a house and they only played gospel music. But even with that, you got some breaks. You got maybe a an instrumental sample for organ. They do all type of stuff. So DJs and the producers, they started taking samples from all different genres of music once they decided to jump into that funk, and then they getting some country shit, some hard rock, some classic rock, some funk rock, some acid jazz, some modern jazz, some bebop jazz and all that. And these guys had great ears. And what people don't realize, a DJ is actually a musician. I'm gonna say that again. Being a DJ he's actually a musician, because you know what?
Yes,
He
sir.
gotta
Yes.
have everything in his tool set that a musician had. He gotta have the ear. You see what I'm saying? He gotta have the timing. Um, he gotta know what sound to blend, when to cut something, when to blend it in, when to scratch it. You see what I'm saying? When to punch for that sample. So they just like musicians, except for they're not playing as actual instruments, but they're using electronic or digital device, or even the old school shit, because the way they had to sample shit, get a condenser recorder and all that, and all type of ways they was doing it. So at the beginning, yeah, it went from disco, and then once that funk kicked in, it was a new birth to it. So um the four fathers back then was Spoonie G, Treacherous Three, the Furious Five, of course Sugar Hill, um you had a few others.
Yes, Grandmaster
Uh
Caz.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the Cold Crush Brothers, man. Listen, man. I am a big fan of the Cold Crush Brothers, man. Listen, that was my theme song when I went into a house party. Put the instrumental. It's us, the Cold Crush. No bullshit. Love that song. Used to love rapping off it, or even listening to dudes rap off it. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, the Cold Crush Brothers, one of the best groups in hip hop ever assembled in the mecca place of hip hop, which is New York. Them guys was awesome. You can find some rare footage of these guys busting it out, at different arenas and ballrooms and things like that. And they was some vicious dudes. And Grandmaster Caz, being in his 60s, this dude still got it. And he can get on on the track with any of these young bucks. You know what I'm saying? And people be like, oh, he old, he got hair on his chin, he gonna sound old and old fashioned, out of breath, can't keep up, can't, switch it. Nah, that's where it all started from. And those guys was poets. You see what I'm saying? So, back then you had to know how to talk way before pushing buttons. You had communication was key. So you had to know how to talk, you had to have a delivery. And, we had to tighten up on that. And we use slang talk and how we approach the females and everything else, and taking poetry and all that, and put that shit together. And next thing you know, we started spitting it out from the top of our head, making it rhyme and all that. And now you got
I,
the rhyming.
I
But at the
like how
beginning, the DJ was everything. Go ahead, bro.
I like how hip hop has evolved, because when I listen back to old school joints that made me feel good as a little kid, the cadence is so different now that it makes like you don't do nothing but go back to that, to where you was at in that moment in your life. You know what I'm saying? It just make you smile, because it's like old school cadence makes me chuckle. Like when I hear when I was listening, I was like the other day I was listening to 5 minutes of funk, and I was just chuckling to myself, because they spitting,
Oh,
but it just sounds so crazy for where we are now in hip hop.
Yeah, exactly. He evolved like a motherfucker, bro. And shout out to Houdini, man. And they put a hell of a show on too. You know, so when he started doing the Fresh Fest, and now we starting to see these guys at the, the coliseums and arenas and everything, man. And they put on a hell of a show. Grand Wizard D, shout out to Houdini's DJ, who don't get talked about enough when it comes to the DJs. He's been left out the DJ discussion for some years now. He used to be in the mix, but if you ever went to a Houdini show and when they take their break, Ecstasy and Jalil take their break, get a breather, Grand Wizard Master D was something to look at. This man was vicious, bro. New York is stacked with a whole lot of DJs, you know. But my city holds the capital of the DJs. Shout out to Philadelphia. No disrespect to New York. They even gave us those flowers. They even said, yeah, DJ. Philly got the DJs, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to New York because we was keeping each other sharp back and forth. People don't know
Yo,
how much Flash and them used to come over here to Philly a whole lot because back then at the beginning, it was really just Philly and New York, and you can add Jersey in there. Outside of that, it wasn't nothing else. It wasn't on the West Coast yet. Know what I mean? Then uh uh when you go further upstate, Connecticut, Boston was in the mix a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So you only had a few places, states and cities on the east at the beginning that was popping. You know what I'm saying? And once it started getting around, then people started hearing about it now. These guys gotta go out and perform. So these guys is going to perform in cities in states and didn't have a major record deal or even wasn't signed yet, but they heard about this new wave of music, this new genre going on, and the DJ play all this funky tune and make you party. Then they tricky and they getting the scratching and stuff like that. And the DJ was everything. He was the MC. He was the DJ, the MC, and the hype man. You know what I'm saying? So the rapping came on a little later. You know what I mean? So that's why if you notice back then, the DJ name, if it was a DJ and a MC crew, the DJ name was most likely in front of the MC. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince,
that's how
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You know what
that's
I'm
how we knew
saying? And
about
so
Biz
forth.
Markie.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And Biz was a hell of a DJ. If a lot of y'all don't know, Biz started
Biz
out
was
as a DJ.
yo, Biz was one of the dopest DJs ever. That he was DJing
Yeah,
well into his older years too. Like prior
yeah,
to him
yeah,
passing away and whatnot, he'd be DJing all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah, he did
And
a
he was
party
making
down here
nice.
back in '09, and I was there, and I got to meet him, talk to him, and everything. But Biz was cold on the ones and twos. Facts.
And,
Biz was cold.
what right, and to add on, and y'all can go ahead and cook, man. This is y'all show. I said when anybody come on here, I want to talk a little less. Y'all rock the fuck out. You see what I'm saying? Um,
What?
but what people don't know, Biz was schooling a lot of DJs on shit because Biz had a hell of a fucking library. Biz had one of the deepest libraries as far as music. He had crates, man. And he was putting some DJs down on some different shit for us. Hey man, check this joint out. This record by this group, man. I never heard of him on the radio. But yeah, he was schooling cats, man. So shout out to Biz Markie. Rest in peace, legend. Hell of a
Absolutely.
guy too. Very down to earth. Very down to earth. Never was an arrogant guy. Got a chance to be around Biz a few times in my professional years of doing that shit. But man, yeah. When we talking about the early '80s, now, who impressed y'all the most? And that this goes for everybody in the chat. So let's start off like this, and the bros can pick up on it and cook. Now we know, let's say 80, 81. We know what we had out there. We had Sugar Hill. You had Sequence, shit, with Angie B and all them, Funky 4+1, you see what I'm saying? The Fearless Four, uh, the Awesome Two. You had everybody. I mean, Cool Herc. So many DJs out there. But once it hit wax, who was the most impressive to y'all? For me back then, like, okay, we know Sugar Hill had got most a lot of promotion. You know what I'm saying? Because of the record label at the time, with Sylvia and all those chicks and those people. And when I first heard Sugar Hill, I was like, yo, this is cool. And I was like, yo, this is some grown men fucking doing some nursery rhyme shit in a poetic form to some damn music. And it was good music, people. And that's the main thing I loved about the early years of hip hop. It was substance and not substance abuse. So the music that they was putting out made you want to party. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't nothing to have you feeling all down, walking down the street with your head, your chin all down on your chest and damn it to your belly button. So I was like, all right, this is cool. You get to see some grown men do something on the microphone besides sing. So, it was kind of a trip to me because, I'm a young kid. I'm just like in the first and second grade when this shit, first started hitting. That was, it was kind of strange when I seen them doing it. It was different from when I heard them do it. But it was more easy for me to accept it from the air than actually seeing them do it because back then. That's not bullshit. All them motherfuckers that started back then looked like they was in their 30s or above, and they was just around there. You know what I mean? What they mid 20s is probably the youngest, and you might have had one that was like 19 to 20, but it wasn't no younger than that. At that very beginning, all those guys they was up there in age, and some of the guys that's still around now is up in the 60s, close to 70 and shit like that, and even in the 70s, man. Y'all can go ahead and cook on that, man. Go ahead, cook. Get busy.
Now, for me, the era where I grew up in, I was I was like 4 or 5 in '81, so it wasn't like my ear was to it like that. So when Run DMC and LL came out, that was the most impactful. And then then it started the Boogie Down Productions a little bit later, and all, like hip hop was dope more so for me in the mid to late '80s than the early '80s. Sugar Hill Gang and all that. I remember all of that, but that wasn't. I was still playing with He Man and whatnot.
Yeah, I got you. I got you, bro. Yeah, I feel you on that. I was some years older than you, so I can adapt to it. You see what I'm saying? DP, you got anything to add on to that, man? How was it for you the first time you heard it? And actually, who was the first artist or group that you heard?
Run DMC. Run DMC. I
Run
can tell you
DMC.
exactly where I was at. And my brother in the chat right now, he'll tell you. My mom's took me and my brother downtown in Cincinnati on Lynn Street to go. She told us to pick out whatever y'all want. I wanted King of Rock. My
Mm-hmm.
brother wanted Curtis Blow, If I Rule the World. So I'm 9 or 10 at the time. I was a heavy into Run DMC. I used to rap all of that stuff, and I still rap to this day. A lot of people don't even know that, but I still rap to this day.
I know.
But it was Run DMC. When I heard
Hold up, D3, I got
DMC,
you.
when I heard DMC's voice, it just like it took me to another level. Like, okay, this is what I wanted to do. But I'm gonna tell you, the guy who changed it for me instantly was Rakim.
Oh
I
man.
knew right then and there
Oh,
we got a problem on the hand, on deck. This guy shifted hip hop to me where it is now with the lyricists, the Nas, Kane,
I,
all of that.
I think
Them guys.
I think they was spitting before that though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like they
actually,
was
yeah, you're
like the what was that? Was it the message? What was
Melly
that
Mill,
joint?
Melly
Yo,
Mill, Melly
bro.
Mill.
right. The message,
They was spitting so crazy, and remember the video had like the dilapidated buildings in the Bronx
Absolutely.
from back in it. Like
Absolutely.
that was that yo they was spitting so hard. Like, it had they
Absolutely.
we couldn't keep going that way. It just
Right. It
couldn't
could,
keep going
right.
that
Exactly. And that's what the point I was getting ready to make, BC. It couldn't keep going that way because we saw the shift, like as far as what the rhyme pattern was. Like if you remember back in the early 80s, everybody was rapping to that ABCD style,
yeah.
But when Rakim came in, he was rhyming so off track that you could be like, damn, and he still come back on the track. You know what I'm saying? So if you pay attention to where it was going after that, then the beat started sounding even better. Hip hop had a style of it was levels to it, man, because and it transitioned with the what was going on during the times. I mean, people don't understand like hip hop was connected to the crack era. So when the message came out, that's what the Melly Mel was really talking about.
Yeah.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge. You know what I'm saying? Because of what he's seen, what was going down up in the Boogie Down. So, but that was, man, I was so intrigued with that shit, brother. When I used to come home from school, me and my brother would sit down literally before we do our homework and turn on Video Vibrations and Video Soul with Donnie Simpson. And
Donnie Simpson.
we sitting up there. That's the first time I saw Roxanne Shantae's Roxanne's Revenge. We sitting there literally watching this shit, gravitating to it, because back then it was only a handful of videos. You know what I'm saying? So you could see Roxanne's Revenge, you know, King of Rock, If I Rule the Rug, because there was only a handful of MCs back then too. But as time went on in the 80s, then you come out with the, you know what I'm saying, the Cool C's from Philly, Steady B's from Philly, you know what I'm saying, Schoolie D from Philly. You know, so I got to see all of that stuff, man. And it was just, I was fucked up, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. That shit fucked me up. And to this day, it still fucked me up.
Hey, I gotta make a correction real quick. You know where Melly Mel and all them got the idea of rhyming from? The first MCs was the last poets, people.
Absolutely. I remember them.
Was real the last shit. Poets. Gil Scott Heron in the squad. You know what I'm saying? They was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had to correct myself, and that's where they got the idea from. Because remember, the music that we was listening to before that was created was nothing but substance music. So we had to listen to what was being played in the household. You see what I'm saying? And it was a whole lot of message still going around. We had more healthy-minded people. You know, trying to
we still had the Africa medallions. We still had the Africa medallion mentality.
Yep.
D-Free, what's up? D-Free, what's up, bro? What's going on with you, man?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
Good.
I heard y'all cooking on my favorite topic back in the days, listening to the old hip hop, because I really don't gravitate to the new hip hop like that. I'm more so old school hip hop, because I'm right along with y'all. I'm 47, so I grew up in the 80s listening to LL, Run DMC, Earth B and Rakim, Kool Moe D. I'm used to listening to those type of guys. And the one rapper that really impressed me, I gotta say, is LL, because LL was a guy when he first came out. He was cut up. He was talking about fucking a nigga up and all that, but he showed a side where you could still be soft with your woman, but still be hard at the same time. And because I grew up in DC, and I'm used to seeing niggas out in the street, thugs. It wasn't no soft dudes. It was all hard. You had to be a tough dude coming up in DC. And so for me to see LL come out with the songs for the females, that was impressive, because he showed that you can still be hard and be soft with your lady at the same time.
Yeah, he was the best that ever did that too. He was the best that ever did that
to me, too. Man. To me, I looked at it like this. I mean, because I was a fan, but I was more into the lyricist guys. You know, and I'm not saying Cool J wasn't at the time and shit, because I still fuck with him to this day. But the guys like Cool G Rap, who don't really get mentioned a lot. You know what I'm saying? Guys like that, you know, that don't really get mentioned a lot because of, you know, the way the rhyme pattern was back in the day. And I mean, don't get me wrong, L was one of the best to do it, because if you remember D-Free, we only had a handful of MCs back then. It was like literally you could count 5 MCs, Rakim, Kane, KRS, LL, Cool G Rap, that was the top of echelon. You know what I'm saying? So once it got to the 90s.
I got a question for y'all.
Master Ace.
Facts.
Craig G.
I got a question for everybody, panel in the chat, right? Now, since we talking about LL right now, that's a good thing. So started talking about lyricists. Now, before LL, let's pay attention to what the rhyme pattern and style was. Run DMC, who was off the Curtis Blow in them era, but they put a whole new thing to it. Kool Moe D, you know, Grandmaster Caz and all of them. Now, those guys, hip hop always kept those early years kind of separated. So when L came out in '85 and was like a 2.0 level of what Run DMC was doing, but just as one guy instead of two. Is it fair to say, because is LL the forefather or say the godfather of lyricists? Because we talking about that, the lyricism, the shit started first with L in '85. Then Rakim came in '86. L came out right before
I
he
mean,
beat everybody to the forefront. You know, if you think about it, I'm just talking about the style and the era. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's when the lyrics, that's where that pace shit, was still in play, and L took it to another level. So it was like, since he came right before Rakim, which in a year later, at the LL came out with an awesome impact, different from everything that was running them doing. We can't debate that, right? A year later, and what we was used to, upbeat fucking beats that they was rapping to, the disco, the techno, and shit like that, and even the big beats. A lot of them was 102, 103, 5 BPMs and shit like that. Some of them was even 120 and shit. Um, so when L dropped, he kept that fast pace up, but he brought like that some youth to it, because from Run DMC on back, that style of rap was considered old at the time. So when you back then, 85, and Run DMC did a good job. So it was like they kept that era, they stretched their era a little longer. You see what I'm saying? Because they came with some different shit. You see
and
what I'm
then
saying? So
and
when
then
L dropped, right? Hold up, real quick, bro. You got it. So when L dropped in '85, we all went nuts. New York knew about L since '84. You know what I mean? Some parts maybe even late '83. But once he started getting known, before he got signed, we got to say '85, and then a whole fucking year later, at the L is still holding up and bringing a new thing to that style. Here come Rakim that slowed everything down. Goes back to what DP said. He was an on beat, off beat guy. So we sitting here amazed, not just at what he was saying, because everybody had to play every damn song back right after you listen to it, because Rakim was just saying some amazing shit. Like he was like the bar king at the time. Like, I didn't think nobody could fuck with Rakim at the time. That's facts. And I still say he would have beat Big Daddy Kane in the battle. That's just my opinion. So
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know
I
about
know,
that.
I know, I know, bro. I said it's just my opinion. I'm not trying to make a fact out of it. I said it's just my
I got you.
opinion.
I got
But
you.
my homeboy from Philly served Kane. That's all I got to say, man. Served him. Um, but yeah, so when Rakim dropped, bro, and he came on, the way he came on, it was like listening to Isaac Hayes rapping to a beat, but he sang slow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, goodbye. Rakim come with, you know, Eric B for president. My melody.
Mm.
Check out my melody, let the knowledge be born. It's
What?
the same thing as if it was Isaac Hayes. And I was like, yo, this mother. I said, yo, this is some crazy shit. And he was doing it to the up tempo beats. So he slowed everything down. So Rakim was even made your ears catch a slower pace of the beat, so you can actually catch on to him being on track, when we think he's always off beat. But off beat is not a bad thing, because off beat come with an awkward timing, and people got to pay attention to that. Me being a hip hop kid, that's just a few things that I know. Now, man, y'all want to go ahead and add on to that, man? 'Cause, yeah, he changed the
Right.
whole shit up,
What
bro. It's
what
like,
year
whoa,
Rakim dropped? What year was it Rakim dropped?
86,
86.
86, yeah,
Because I was
yeah,
because I remember to myself, like, yo, right before I heard Rakim, that Dougie Fresh joint, the show, excuse me, Dougie Fresh, that shit came out
right,
like right
85,
around that came out right around the same time, like as Rakim
yep,
in my world. And it's like I can't like when we say lyricists, like in there's different types of lyricists too. Cause like
yeah,
Rakim was a
they,
more
they, they are.
conscious, he was like a conscious street dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
like KRS was a conscious street dude. There was like it was always segregated. There's You know what I'm saying? Like backpack rap. There's always that little, and then there's the fun guys like who made Blue Cheese? The UMCs.
Yeah.
Like
UMCs, uh,
then there's like there's little groups like
Biz
that.
Markie Kid and Play. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Mellow Man Ace.
Pos-
Like I used to like
Yeah,
Mellow
Mellow Man
Man Ace.
Ace.
Mellow
And
Man Ace.
what was his name?
Right.
Fresh Kid Ice. I used to like listening to them California Mexican rapper cats because I'm not from over there. Now it was interesting to me. It
Right.
was like even Kumo D. Like you don't know how old I was when it finally triggered in my mind when he was talking about the Wild Wild West. What he was talking about. My brain wasn't.
Yeah.
I was in school. You know what I'm saying? My brain wasn't even
Mhm.
in tune to what he was talking about. We live in a different climate over here.
Yep.
Well,
That's
It
what
was
he was talking about.
I'm gonna go back to what you were saying about LL, and I need people to pay attention to this too. If you really look at it, the reason why LL had so much success, and it wasn't for the fact that he couldn't rap. When you got a machine like Def Jam pushing you,
mm-hmm.
he was the first major MC. He had sex appeal. Six
He
foot
gave me
two,
first million.
exactly.
He
He's 6'2", 220, 17 years old with the body of a linebacker. So when you take a guy like that, that's marketable. He was very marketable. So you can market. Then he come out with the Kangos, the troops, the outfits. So when you got a machine like Def Jam that's pushing you, not only that, but he's a b-boy. Like he was the first real
yeah.
MC b-boy that can, you know what I'm saying? You know how the b-boy logo is. You stand with your arms crossed to the side. That was him.
Mm-hmm.
You can market him like that. So when we saw that, we didn't have no choice but to like, okay, here it comes, right in your face. We got this dude right here. Now, if he was 5'2" and coming out like that, we wouldn't have took him serious. But the fact that he was marketable, you know what I'm saying? And then he got his big break and crush groove. And then, so he was the forefather of moving that, you know what I'm saying, that the MCs, like that, because back then it was only like groups. But yeah, he was the first solo artist you can like,
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna push him to the front. We're gonna make him the new star and make him, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had the troops, everybody was rocking the Puma or the pony outfits and all that shit. Yeah, Shan tried to copy him, but he wasn't no LL. You know what I'm saying? But
Wait.
That's
Oh,
that's
whoa. Wait a minute, DP. Wait a minute. Oh,
fresh out of dress shirts.
would you would you like to take care of that BC? Now here's the thing. Shan, that's a different story.
yeah, I know.
Now,
I know about that. Yeah.
now the whole thing is, and from reliable sources, um, L actually took Shan's style, far as the dressing and everything like that. See, Shan was supposed to be this had the success that LL had, but Shan had demons and he wasn't focused.
Right.
Shan was supposed to have a Fresh Prince of Bel Air role. See, it's a lot of hidden gems about MC Shan that they don't talk about. Now you
Yeah,
can
yeah, I
find a
know.
good documentary out there, things like that. So that whole situation when that beef first started, bro, when that first started, that was like actually the first one of the first beefs that
Right.
we
the,
actually
the, the bridge of
witnessed
South Bronx.
ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when that shit started, because going back when L came out, he had the look. He was an average height guy, built like he got a body from Jake, the shit. And
Right.
and he had the charisma and the lyricism, he had the game, he had the talk. You see what I'm saying? So
And
he
he
was
had the
able to put
ladies.
those words. Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is why he got the ladies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because back then, back then, people, let me tell y'all something. Back then, the ladies were not no fan of no soft ass rap like that. You gotta look at the era. When that shit turned the fuck up, everybody from my era was right there. So it gave a little look, and these guys was dressing different. They had different haircuts. They took flyness to another level. From
Mm-hmm.
from the earlier guy, starting with Run DMC. They showed everybody how to get fly. Via Jam Master Jay, who took them from being in the gabardines and the French cut pants with the pencil pockets on both sides, because that's what Running Up was rocking, because they were still dressing like
Dress
those
shirt.
cats.
Yeah, Jay was
Fresh
a
out.
hood
That's
Jay,
what
dude.
I said.
yeah,
Fresh out
yeah,
the
yeah,
dress
yeah,
shirt.
Yep, Jay was a
yeah,
hood
yeah.
dude. Absolutely.
Straight out the satin and silk shirts, the polyester had them joints, had button up. You got your motherfucking goddamn cherry pet showing and all that shit. Your cottage
Mhm.
cheese on your chest. They was dressing like they was R&B singers and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
They was dressing like Cool in the Gang and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The bands that wore suits and shit and dressed casual, like they was going out to a club. That was the thing, because and still at that time, dressing in the wild costumes and shit, that shit was still around. That's Africa Bambaataa. They how the R&B and pop singers. You know how Earth, Wind and Fire, the Osley Brothers, Prince, how those guys was dressing. That's where they picked that up from. But it also has something to do with being connected to who you really are, because those costumes, they was showing the identity of who we are. So that's
Right.
why they dress those certain ways. So that's why they picked up on that. So once that kind of died down, it was time to go to a whole nother era. They got the picture. So now we wearing it in a different way. We got medallions. We wearing red, black, and greenness, or whatever the case may be. And we was rocking it in a different way. So the younger people, our generation, the ones that was low under us, can adapt to it fast, because it got to a point to where it can be brought out to massive crowd at a massive bill. So that was dope. So, then LL, picked up from that era. And that's a part of the reason why him and Kumo D had that thing going on, because Treacherous Street, they used to wear the leather suits. And LL used to wear them leather pants with the leather. Man, listen, man, we could talk this hip hop shit. How long we got? We got time, baby. We got time.
Yo,
Um,
remember,
and that's
remember,
how it started.
I just remember like the 80's was so dope. For I would be watching the videos and just be looking at the way the dancers used to give it up in the back, used to like, that was like one of my favorite joints ever. Like Rakim was dope, but like they was it's like him and Kane was dope in different ways, bro. Like
Right.
they was
Yeah,
dope in
yeah,
different
yeah,
ways. Like
yeah.
when like Warm It Up Kane, like yo, bro,
Doom,
And
doom,
then
doom,
and
doom,
then
doom,
yo,
and then you
doom,
looking at
doom,
it like
doom,
this too,
doom.
man. Like
yo,
I said, it's all about marketing, man. Like a lot of people didn't pay attention to that shit back then. For me, I always looked at who you could market. You know what I'm saying? Kane was a fly motherfucker, bruh.
and look
Look
at
at this dude, like
but look at the different lanes. Look at there was niggas like Heavy D.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Heavy D was dope,
Yeah, yeah,
yo.
yeah.
He was dope.
Heavy, yo, dope, yo, and Hev can spit. He has skills. God damn, that motherfucker has skills. And he was light on his feet because he had busted moves with the dances too, man. So
Right.
yeah,
Right.
Hev was definitely
Right.
nice,
And
man.
he was
Oh
a
man, he
big
was
boy.
nice. And a big boy, and he could spit that shit, bro. We
Back
shared the
then,
stage with them a couple times, man. With them
back
too,
then
but and
it was
he,
a lane. It was a lane for everything. Like you,
Yeah.
if you wanted to talk about whatever, man, it was just so new and so fresh, man. I mean, you could literally like anything you wanted. I never heard nobody say, "Oh man, that shit is garbage." Even when they tried to diss Will and Jeff, like people don't understand. Like Will Smith can rap, man. This dude was cold. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they tried to shit on him or whatever the case is, man. But I'm telling you, what overshined him was the fact that Jeff was a bad motherfucker on the ones and twos. You know what I'm saying? But at the
uh,
end of the day,
the baddest
Will could
DJ that
rap.
ever touched them shits. Yeah,
The,
I know about that firsthand, man.
yeah,
See, now
facts.
here's the thing, right? Um, this is where Will and lost everybody. They lost everyone after the third album, when they start going more so like pop, commercial. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Pop. You know what I mean? Because popular music is music of whatever genre, but it's everybody's listening to it and buying and adapting to it.
It
So
was
once
more
they
it was
started
more it
going
was more
commercial,
friendly towards the corporate. It was more
yeah,
friendly
because
towards the
see,
corporate
Right.
and white
right,
America.
Right.
But it was
There you go.
genius.
right,
It was
exactly,
genius.
exactly. Yeah,
It
and
was
There you
guess
go.
what, bro?
genius.
Listen. I knew this man always had this plan. We all used to be in the same clubs and shit. man, one of his dancers was like the two biggest rivals in Philly. No bullshit, Omar. You know what I'm saying? And everybody used to want to see us go at it because we was like the top two dudes in the whole fucking city at the time. No bullshit. And they first two albums, I'm rocking the house and he's the DJ, I'm the rapper. Get
Oh
the
my
fuck
God.
out of here. Get
Oh
the
my
fuck out
God.
of here. Don't don't
I used to
don't don't
kill them.
judge. Don't judge. Don't judge him from that the shit from fourth album on up. You want to listen. You put some respect on his fucking name because he could rap, yo. And before
Facts,
he
facts.
started getting cute with this shit. I used to be at the little ballrooms and shit. And he used to be a little cussing little mother. He got that type of shit in him. You see what I'm saying? And then his rap style he got from the guy that's considered the Godfather MC of Philly. His name is Robbie B. And he had like a hit song called Rock the Go Go back in the day. And the independent label he signed with fucked him over, got all the money and disappeared. You know how that shit go. But that's who Will had got his rap style from. But yeah, Will can actually really fucking spit. That's one thing we would never deny. It's
Can't
just
deny that.
yeah, you can't deny that, and we never do that in Philly. We keep it real. Like he turned his back on how the other artists who was putting out music, and he like kind of went against it. So he became a nemesis to Three Times Dope, Cool C, Steady B, Schoolie D, the Tough Crew, uh, uh,
Cash Money and
DJ
Marvelous.
Bones, yeah, Cash Money and Marvelous,
Cash Money and Marvelous.
Malik,
Yep.
yeah, Malika Love and DJ Bones and all that shit. Man, listen, man,
Yo,
and that's when the city was like, fuck this dude. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
and
he
I'm gonna
went a
tell you
different
what
way.
happened to me for what I see it on a different perspective, and I don't mean to cut you off, BC, is when he made that shit about I could beat Mike Tyson. That's what fucked it up right there. And I'm sitting here like, okay, it's over now. He don't went pop. Like he don't went like left. Because during that time, man, that's when gangster rap came in, straight out of Compton and shit.
yo,
That
but
shit
back,
that
but it's documented
Well,
that back
gangster rap
then
was already in. Gangster
it's
rap was
documented
already
that
in, bro.
it's documented that back then when they used to be going out on tours, Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff used to be getting into the most shit because niggas was thinking they was soft and they
right,
had to get it popping.
right. Oh
So
yeah.
so
You
Wait,
weren't
so
running
wait,
up on Will.
wait, hold on. I got you. I got you. Check this out. This shit I know up here. Now, them motherfuckers wasn't throwing no motherfucking hands. The guys that they had with them. Charlie Mack first out the limo, him, but it was also another guy that was over top of Charlie Mack. He died years ago. His name is Tron. And actually his baby brother is a part of another Philadelphia rap group, the Tough Crew, who sings that song My Part of Town. His
I
baby
remember the
brother
Tough
Monty
Crew.
G was a part of that group. But Tron was the dude and Charlie Mack that was holding shit down, keeping motherfuckers off their ass. You see what I'm
Well, he
saying?
made a
Because
song about that. Yeah.
yeah, but he never talked about Tron too much. But Tron was the one who was doing most of the heavy work, the heavy lifting. And then when Tron, got sick, he couldn't go out on the road no more. And that's when Charlie start rocking out with him. But they had when they first started out, bro, they had 5 bodyguards all together. But like I said, Tron was the head dude. It was Tron, it was Charlie Mack, it was this boy named Big Jazz, this big dark midnight purple motherfucker, man. This nigga looked like Thanos, but he was only like 5'11". And they had another big dude with him named Rock. His name was P Rock, light skinned dude, kind of looked like Debo, except for he didn't have the cross eyes, but the same shape head, maybe a little lighter, same eye color, but he wasn't cross eyed. Respectfully, rest in peace, Debo. So they had like the guys that they had protecting them, and nobody wasn't going to do too much. So a lot of those guys that tried to do stuff to them, they got fucked up by those dudes that was protecting them. You see what I'm saying? Even if they wanted to fight, they kind of would got hurt because Will not a fighter. You know what I mean? He wasn't a fighter like that. You see what I'm saying? Now he'd speak his piece, he'd throw his hands if he had to, but if he had to mix it up with a guy that can actually fight, most likely he gonna get his ass whipped. Just being honest, not being funny, know the guy personally. You know what I mean? But yeah, he wasn't a fighter like that. He wasn't a punk, but he wasn't no fighter like that. You know what I mean? So he couldn't hold it down like that. You see what I'm saying? How some of those guys was able to defend themselves. You know what I mean? And then by him being much of a selling product. So, nigga, even if you want to defend yourself, nah, bruh, you might hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might hurt you real bad. You gotta make all this goddamn money. Jazzy Jeff just came out with Summertime that brought everybody back to him, because just like DP said, you know, when they did the Parents Just Don't Understand, and that was I think I could beat Mike Tyson and Nightmares and the Night type of shit, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street and all that shit. They kind of
Okay.
lost them. You
I was
know,
about to
they
say that
lost
was
the
the end
people.
of the
So
day.
yeah, so then yeah, but he did Nightmare on Elm Street, and then when they hit that Summertime shit, which is still allegedly, well, it's still being going around that allegedly Rakim was the one that actually wrote the verse for that. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, keeping up with Jeff and them and trying to find out shit, I never got any full clarity on that, you know, but couple cats in Philly that I stay in touch with that know them personally, you know, it's half and half. Some of them say yeah, some of them said no. Or,
I
you
also
know,
heard that
Rakim
rumor too.
co-wrote
That
it, but
rock.
I'm like,
Yeah, I also heard that too.
yeah, and the reason why the rumor started because that was different from the way that Will rap. That was Rakim type of shit. You know what I mean? And that's why one of my favorite rap duels, rap groups of all time, no matter if it's 2, 3, 4, 10 fucking members, not up for debate. Fuck y'all if y'all agree with this. Respectfully, shout out to my fucking boys, Eric and Parrish, making motherfucking
EPMD.
dollars.
Oh
Goddamn.
yeah, yeah.
I
We got to get
love
on
me
them.
EPMD.
some EPMD, dad, and I met those dudes. Like I'm familiar with them. You know what I mean, last time I seen them, they did a show at this community thing right around the corner from me, the year before the pandemic started, man. And they still remember me because they were big fans of Three Times Dope, who I used to dance for. So we did a lot of shows with them, and they gave Three Times Dope a big shout out in one of the magazines and shit when he was talking about him, because New York thought Three Times
I
Dope
thought,
was from New
yo,
York.
we did think they was New York cats. And on some, yo, they had me looking up Acniculus.
Stay right
Yo,
there for a
yes,
minute, Crush.
EST, the Acniculus
Let,
one.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what? Like,
let's stay
what
right
does
there
that
for a
mean?
minute, Crush. Yeah, we got to give you your props, man. Your flowers, man. You danced for 3 times dope, dog. Like, get the fuck out of
Thank
here.
you, bro.
You can't just skip over that shit like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? We get the fuck, man. EST,
DP, I knew
get the fuck out
DP,
of
I knew
here.
what DP. Once I knew that conversation came up, you was gonna come with it. Thank you very
Come
much,
on,
bro.
hold on,
Yeah.
dog. Let me tell you about 3 times dope. Let me tell you about
Go
three
ahead, run it,
times
DP.
dope.
Go ahead.
The greatest man
DP got
alive. Oh, bro, look, let me tell you something, man. You know, my brother can vouch for this shit, man. We kids, and when we first heard Funky Dividends, bro, the original version was dope, but the remix to Funky
it.
Dividends, my
Oh,
God, people don't talk about EST, man, and them
yo,
DJs, man, Chuck Nice and Woody
Woody
Wood.
Wood.
Whew, God, Lee, bruh, I'm telling you. Hey,
yo,
man, props to
funky
you, man. I
dividend.
seen the Arsenio Hall show. I
Hell
saw the
yeah.
Arsenio Hall
Thank you,
show
bro.
that you on there, Crush. I saw the
Yeah,
Arsenio
thank you,
Hall
brother.
show. And
Thank
if
you, bro.
anybody
Thank
ain't
you, bro.
seen the clip, look it up. Arsenio Hall. My man was in the background dancing. You was getting it, bruh. Yeah, props to
Thank you,
Arsenio
bro.
Hall for putting the hip hop on. Because without
Oh,
him,
Yeah,
hey, my
yeah,
man was on the Arsenio
yeah.
Hall show, man.
thanks.
Thank you,
Everybody
bro.
in the chat,
Thank
give my
you.
man a
Thank you.
clap right now. This man danced for 3 times dope. Shit.
Thank you,
You
my
can't
bro.
just overlook
Appreciate it.
that, man.
Appreciate
Word.
it. You know how modest when it come to that, bro. You know,
Nah,
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 that's
talk
bro.
dope
my
shit.
shit
Nah.
about
That
it,
adds to the catalog. It adds to it. It lets people know why your personality is how it is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yes.
It's part of your Rolodex, bro. It's part of who you are.
And we
Yeah,
always gave respect to
You
Philly,
got
man.
busy with your feet.
yeah,
You know, it's all good and well.
yeah, bro. That's why footwork is one of my favorite tools in boxing. If y'all ever know, that's because it's very
Yeah.
important. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of Three Times Dope, real quick, we gonna keep on cooking on this hip hop, man. Three Times Dope. Now Chuck Nice was the one who made the beats. Wood was the DJ. EST. Shout out to my man Robert Waller, aka
Whew,
EST.
that
That
boy was
This
Nicholas
nasty,
one.
dude,
boy.
listen, when you talk about one and ones in hip hop, and there've been a lot of discussions, This man name should have came up so many
Yeah.
times because you
Hey,
never,
Crush.
out of
Yo,
all the recordings that you heard from different art, you never heard a dude sound like EST, bro. This was
Crush.
one of the most original. Go ahead, bro. One of the most original cats ever, bro.
Hey, man, I'm
Act
telling you,
Nicholas,
boy.
he came up
nigga,
with that shit, bro.
if you look up the word acniculus, it will take you to three times dope.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Absolutely,
You know,
man.
Promise you, I
that's in
looked
the
it
hip
up
hop.
one day because
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
just too grown to be like, yo, what does this word mean? Like, let me look this shit up because it's
This
been in my
man,
head for a mad long time,
Act
and I looked
Nicholas
it up,
land,
and it took
baby.
me to three times dope.
Oh my God, that boy said cruising down the Ave with my homeboy Boob, laying back like Jack, getting run to the groove. The greatest man alive was cold rocking my world. Then I rocked a little harder when I
Uh,
saw this fresh fly
Fresh fly
girl. What
girl.
do you say? Hold up, I can't go out like a nut. I had to conjure up a cool way to strut. They call me
Over
ES,
ES,
the overlord of stress.
the
I have
overlord of
to impress.
fresh.
overlord of
Man, come on,
fresh,
boy.
yo.
Man,
Yo,
don't get me
the
started, dog.
overlord, the
The,
overlord of
the
fresh.
overlord, man, come on, bro.
That shit was
Listen,
hard. That
the
was hard,
the
yo.
man, he's one of the top. I put him second, and y'all hearing it from me. I don't care what anybody in Philly has to say. We know Black Thought get the number one spot. Not trying to
Yeah,
hear that. No
yeah.
disrespect to Beans, me,
Whew, boy.
Nah,
Cassie, none of them dudes.
it's just different. He's just different.
I
He's a
man,
performing artist. He's not
yeah,
you
yeah.
can't he's not a rapper. He's an artist. You can't you
And
they're not in the same lane.
ES is the second best lyricist from Philly. I done debated the whole Philadelphia and the tri-state area about this shit. And I won. They
God,
tried their
man.
damn best, but I had to give it to him so it get mad now. I said, forget what you like better. It's not about that. Take that out the way, people, and listen. They like, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you,
That's
Hey,
why I
bro.
put him number
hey,
two,
listen,
and I
my
got Beans number three.
my brother made a game. You can check it out. It's called Legend of the Cipher. It's a hip hop trivia card joint. He just told me that the first card that he created for the game was about three times dope, which was dope.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah,
But
that's
check it,
what's
Yes.
but
up.
check it, but
And you
check
know,
it out though.
and we can't forget the Gumby slope he was rocking back then too. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, he had the fresh shit,
He
bro.
had this man, he had with
And
the fresh shit.
He had on the dress shirts. He had on dress shirts
right,
in the video, and they was getting busy. That
And if
shit was
y'all remember
dope.
but you
Boys
know,
the Men,
if you,
Motown Philly, they was in that video.
Were they?
yeah,
Yes,
hey,
go back and
hey,
watch
yeah,
Motown
real,
Philly.
yeah, hey, y'all want to hear something real quick? Real quick, Boys the Men. I know all four members. One of them is from South Philly. Nate, who wear the glasses. Before Nate started singing, Nate used to rap. Yes, Nate Mars for Boys and Men used to rap before he started singing. Well, he was singing at the time, but he wasn't in a group or nothing, a singing group. He was with a rap group called JDTR, the abbreviation for Just Down to Rap. No bullshit, which he never really brought up in any of his interviews. And he was all right. He lived a couple blocks from the elementary school that I used to go to because he was right off of South Street on Cater Street. That's where he lived at. And I was on Christian Street, which was a couple blocks away. Well, on Carpenter Street, which is a couple blocks away from Cater Street. And we all used to play things like that. But yeah, just down to rap, JDTR, Nate Mars used to rap. And he was high too. You know, he was a little B-boy. You know how to pop and all that shit. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Nate, cool dude. But the thing I wanted to tell y'all about Boys and Men, right? Before they got signed, used to be a lot of talent shows and shit going. And this is before I started dance for ES. And they was together at the time, but they didn't get signed just yet. They was in an all city talent show, like one of the biggest talent shows held in the city. Well, your old boy myself was in the talent show. What was I doing in the talent show? I wasn't rapping. I was
Dancing?
dancing.
Yeah.
Right, listen, right? It came down between Me and Boys the Men and my dance partner. Them niggas can sing their ass off. Man, my dance partner, peace to my man Hudge. He out there on them drugs real bad. One of the baddest dudes ever to put on some dancing shoes. This dude can do all sorts of dancing, just a natural. Um, we beat them and got the #1 fucking prize in the talent show, bro. How the fuck two dancing motherfuckers, best boys and men who can sing in a talent show? And we used to run into him up until when he got signed, and Nate used to laugh about that shit. I mean, actually, one of my brothers can dance. I got a couple brothers, and my brother Nate, he's a big dude. We call him Doughboy, and him and his friend Dumar was tight with Nate and everybody in Boys and Men, and they all used to go to the same barber. My man Tobe used to cut Nate hair, and Wanye used to come down with Nate every once in a while to South Philly to my man Toby's house to get his hair cut in the basement. And soon when these dudes is about to Boys and Men was going to get them to dance for him, but Dumar, you know, these guys that dance, but they was in the streets too. Dumar wound up getting killed in a little drug war, and my brother Nate, who was a criminal too, he went to jail for a strong arm robbery with a motherfucking assault weapon. Yeah, so that fucked up they little chance, and they was gonna take him on the road and have some dances for a bit. Know what I mean? So it's a lot of gems, but yeah, Nate Mars used to rap, people. So back to the hip hop discussion, man. Yeah, so L came, and then Rakim came a year later, and then that same year, this same year, here come fucking Public Enemy in '86. Here come Boogie Down Productions in '86. Here come Ultra fucking Magnetic in '86.
Dougie Fresh and Slick Rick. The show dropped.
Yeah, they was in '85.
No, it was '86.
Yeah, 86. Yeah, but it was recorded in '85, and everybody don't know Teddy Riley produced that joint.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Teddy Riley produced the show. Absolutely.
Yep,
Teddy Riley produced the show. Yep.
He
Teddy Riley
produced the show.
Yep. 15 years old. Yes, he did.
And Salt and Pepper back in the day, you know this, BC. How did people get on? By dissing somebody who had a name. Clout chase, like how they do on boxing. This is what they was doing to get signed people back then. But it was exciting because we would actually get battles. It wasn't no fucking fights and motherfucking time I'ma kill you when I run down on you. No, it was battle and lyricism. And we would see these battles at little shows or at concerts, and then we wound up getting them on tape. Some of these diss songs and battles actually became fucking songs on little albums and cassettes. So it was dope. So that's how you got on. Shantae with the UTFO shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit was fucking. Man. And shout out to UTFO. They was dope. Yo, Can't Go Kid, man. Rest in peace, Can't Go Kid. He lived his last few years in the Mount Airy section of Philly. Them dudes can spit. They was nice, and the DJ was docking them. Them dudes nice, man. My shit by UTFO is Leader of the Pack, bro. That's my shit. We call it the Leader of the Pack. Mix Master. You can tell Mama talking about the clothes that I wear. What? When they said can't go, they meant the hat. What? Them motherfuckers was spitting. The Izzo, the Rizzo. Yo, they was rolling.
UTFO was dope.
They was dope, bro. Shout out to UTFO. They was dope, man. Hip hop was so loud back then.
It was so many different flavors. It was so pure still. You know what I'm saying? There was people that was ghetto and honest. There was people that was storytellers. There was cats talking about having fun. It was just so many different things. KRS was talking this and that. He was talking about the state of the world. He was talking about parties. It was so much. Hip hop was so diverse. It was like Dougie Fresh was just on some beatboxing and party joint, and Slick Rick coming in. He had the different type of nobody had an accent. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had an accent.
Yeah.
He had an accent. He had a soft voice. He had lyrics.
But let me
Yeah,
ask y'all
then
a
he had a little
question.
swag to him. What's
Let
up,
me ask
DP?
y'all a let me ask y'all a question. So we touched on New York. Let's shift to the West Coast.
Want to go to West
I
Coast real
see.
quick? We can go to West
I
Coast
Let,
real
see.
quick. Let's
okay,
go.
okay, yeah.
I
Let's
Ice
start.
T.
see. Ice
Yeah,
T
let's
was
start with
hard.
Ice T. Let's start with Ice T.
Ice T.
Ice T was hard.
Okay.
Yo, his style was, but it's still vintage. That's the cadence I was talking about earlier. Like that
Mm-hmm.
old school cadence is just crazy. And then he was from the other side of the country. Like Ice T, he was talking about things that wasn't prevalent to what was going on in New York. Like we had a couple of gangs, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like Cali. It wasn't the
Yeah.
same types of it
Right.
wasn't the same type of energy. So
Well,
it
I
was
don't know if a lot of
I was
people know
Well, you
this,
know he.
BC, but Ice T from Jersey.
yeah, I know it. I
Yeah,
know
he
it.
really
But
Yeah,
from
he
yeah,
Jersey. I was
yeah.
about
I
to say
know
that.
you
Yeah.
knew it. I know you knew it, but Ice T, yeah, he really from Jersey. But what happened was he left.
Yeah.
He went to the army, I think, and
yep,
got discharged or some shit
yep,
like that.
yep,
Moved
yep.
out there and got into the pimp game. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
a actual
And
pimp,
and
but he could
petty
also rap
and
Yeah.
and a
petty
petty
Ice T
robbery and shit.
and
father.
a petty
That's
robber.
Black T
Gangbangers
Exactly.
and
father.
shit. Yeah.
Right. What'd
What
you
you
say,
say,
We
DC?
D3?
already know that's Blair Car father.
That's Blair Cop Facts.
Dang, D3 said blah.
I see he
Ultra
was hard
pure,
though.
undeniable facts.
He
Ice
was
T
spitting
is
some
Blair Cop's
he was
father.
spitting some super
Hey,
hard shit back then. He was talking pimping. He was talking fucking robbing dice games. And, yo, he was talking
Hey,
mega
that's six.
hard
That,
shit.
hey,
that's 6 in the morning, bro.
hey,
Yes,
Hey, six
hey,
in the
hey.
morning. Police at my door. Fresh to beat
That
a
is
squeak across the
shit.
bathroom floor. Out my back window. Don't need to escape, man. Come on, man. Don't get me started.
yeah, yeah.
Shit.
I
Listen,
see he was
bro.
cold, man.
Hey, shout out to Ice T. Salute to the OG. Anybody y'all want to know where gangster rap originated from? Go talk to Ice T. He'll
Go
just tell
take
you
Ice
the
T.
city of brotherly. He gonna tell you it was the city of brotherly love, and the first gangster rapper was Schoolie D. Goddamn it,
Schoolie D.
Schoolie D.
PSK,
Chuck
bro. Parkside
Chuck
Killers.
D will tell you the same. Chuck D will tell you the same thing. Cause Schoolie D was cool and Chuck on his delivery and shit. Like, man, we could talk this hip hop shit, but we're gonna stay on the West Coast. We're gonna stay on the West Coast. We got Ice T now. With
I,
Ice T, I'm gonna say this. Ice T was one of the first dudes that had like a thorough swag and kind of like he had like a drop of corniness to him, but it was it was cool. It was acceptable. But I think the reason why I was kind of corny is to for a second because people it took people to catch on to him because he was something totally different. Like they was just explaining. You see what I'm saying? So Ice T came with a whole different swag. So he was the first motherfucking pimp I ever heard on motherfucking wax. Now we seen guys that was
Absolutely.
dressing like pimps with Curtis blowing them and all those guys, but Ice-T was the first goddamn pimp. And then you had the nasty Luke Skywalker and the Two Live Crew, goddamn. Them little nasty motherfuckers, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, let's talk
Julius
about
Brown, baby. Julius Brown.
NWA.
Yo, my dude from
Yeah,
NWA was Ren. Ren was the
man.
dude. Who is it? That black that they call Ren. He like Ren was the one that had me like, yo, this they ill. Ice Cube was
Hey,
dope,
hey,
but Ren was the one that did it for me.
It was Cube for me.
man, Ren was
It was
man,
Cube.
Ren was about to throw Ren was about to throw hands, man. Man, Ren was
Word.
about to throw hands at the Baltimore Coliseum during the NWA tour. We got 5 dates with them. And everybody in Philly, I always kept everybody up with my schedule. So when they found out that we was on 5 dates with them and they was coming to Philly, so all the street dudes, they like, yo, man, get the John Hancock or whatever. So we in the back of the Baltimore Coliseum. They had the lunch when they bring the shit out for you and all that. And, you talk and all that amongst, the artists and shit like that. So I said, man, you know what? Before shit get a little hectic, let me, go get the autographs for the homies because there's a couple homies I had to get the autographs. Everybody was cool. DOC was with them. Everybody was cool. So, I'll go over to this dude, man. I said, yo, man, before you get busy, you don't mind if I, get your autograph, man, for my homies back in Philly. This nigga said, what? Man, get up all out here with that groupie shit. I said, what?
Oh
I
man.
said, Mel, groupie shit. So everybody looking, I'm like, yo, dog, I would jump across this table and knock your fucking teeth out your mouth. I don't give a fuck about the records y'all make, nigga. Let's have it. Nigga, I try to get over the table, bro. So everybody jumped in the middle of that shit and all that. Chuck and them took me to the back. You gotta keep your temper. No, nigga, I'm from South Philly. I'm from Philly and I'm from South Philly, man. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck they talk about, what they do. I'm from a city where I know they do this, nigga. And I'm with this shit if it gotta go down from Mel Goopy. I stomped this nigga the fuck out. I said, all right, cool. Flavor Flav even came over and talked to me. Relax, man. I said, nah, niggas, man. He tripping. I ain't just because I dance, nigga. Ain't no Mel Goopy. I will fuck him up, bro. I said, matter of fact, nigga, you'll see who the fuck I am. We going to Philly tomorrow. Everybody say, calm down. Calm down. I stayed away from him and shit. Easy even came and talked to me. I'm like, man,
There's
get
the
your man.
backstage
You know what
stuff.
I mean? Yeah. I'm like, yo, get your man, yo. Like, I don't know what tip you on. You know, I like y'all music, but all that street shit y'all do, I don't give a fuck if y'all do it or not, nigga. I ain't scared of shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We get to Philly, so all the groups coming in, we coming in right behind them.
G5
Everybody from
backstage.
my I got him. All right, everybody from my fucking neighborhood was there backstage and shit, right? Man, when everybody from Philly seen me walking in, they started yelling, Carly Chris. This nigga seen all these niggas saying my fucking name like I was one of the rappers. I just looked at this nigga and like,
Home
these
team.
the gangster niggas. These the gangster niggas. And none of them ain't making records, nigga. And, you know, left it alone. And we had the show and shit. Too Short got booed. They threw all type of shit at Too Short. They disrespected the shit out of JJ Fad. They do shit all at dumb. It was horrible, bro. Public Enemy, you know, they rocked out. Kid and Play was okay. Somebody else from the West Coast. Was it Def Jeff or was it the Far Side? I think Far Side. Far Side did I. But man, everybody was waiting for NWA to come out, man. When them niggas, when we came on and fucked that shit up. So hey, everything was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? So when we go backstage, there's two more groups before they come on. So I'm walking past their room. So this nigga come to me. He was like, yo, my bad, man. I was just having, you know, a bad day. I said, whatever, man. Just leave it alone. So you ain't gotta apologize about nothing, but I hear you. Have a nice show. I mean, went about my fucking business. I mean, but when them niggas went out there, dog, this fucking city went fucking nuts. But I told a couple of homies, I said, you know, this, I was about to get into a scrap with this nigga. They was like, what? I was like, it's all good, man. Them niggas seen all them
Did
crazy Philly niggas and my OGs. They was there, so he was like, man, we'll rob these niggas. Some niggas ain't no gangsters. Like, no, it's all good.
I tell
They
you what
seen
though,
them
man,
wild
real
ass
shit.
Philly niggas, bro.
Them dudes to me they shifted like the whole mentality of like where hip hop was
They
because if
was
you notice
pawns, bro.
like
They was
right,
it was pawns. It was
yep,
pawns,
yeah,
and
absolutely,
they was pawns, and actually that's what Easy E got killed for, man. Because once Easy E found out what happened, he got hit to what was happening, and that's why when he threatened to step up, because he felt bad, you know. And that's what led to his death, man. And that's why they wanted to, you know, the government wanted to have a talk with NWA and shit. Now
yeah,
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
motherfucking hip hop that was out before NWA. You motherfuckers never called to have a talk with Public Enemy, nigga, and they was out there keeping us awake. But they
Right,
needed to talk to them about something. And that's because, you know, they let them know what it's sitting for, and Easy didn't really like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Q was already going. Everybody else didn't really give a fuck. I mean, but Easy being a real dude, man, you know, and the shit went the way it went, and they got rid of him because the man was about to. He's probably gonna be one of the first people to expose all the bullshit way before everybody. You know what I'm saying?
but
And they got
for
the man
him to
up
be
out of
that
there.
young, he owned a major record label, man. Like people don't even talk about the fact that he owned Ruthless Records. Yeah, he was partners with that scumbag. I don't even want to say his name, but he was partners with him. But
Yeah,
Easy
yeah, yeah, yeah.
got them dudes like to where they were, and they were marketable. In the hood, we appreciated that, but we didn't really know what was going on with the FBI trying to mess with them for the song they made with "Fuck the Police" and all that shit. We didn't know about all that stuff.
Oh,
And I actually got the
hey, bro, you
letter.
know that.
Go ahead, guys.
Go ahead, DP.
No,
Motherfucker, the cops thought they wasn't gonna do that shit in Philly. Man, they was like, yo, they don't want us to do this song. We was like, fuck the police. Do that
bruh.
shit. Fuck the police. Man, they did that shit. The cops couldn't do nothing, dog. The cops,
Right.
they could have brought the National Guard and they would have
Yeah.
all got fucked up, dog. You got
Oh yeah.
thousands and thousands of niggers, in a fucking stadium at that time when the message was still
Street
being
niggas.
poured
Yeah.
out. And that was
Yeah.
a good song. That was a
And
good song. We
and
needed
us,
that
us on the
because
us
what we
on
was
the East
going
Coast
through.
we was oblivious to what was going on in the West Coast. So the way that they highlighted it that way with that song, and Cube went crazy on that song.
Oh
By the
my
way,
God.
yo,
The
that
opening bars, man. I mean,
yo
come on, man. He
yo, I
destroyed that.
I still remember like the first
What's poppin',
four
my
to
brother?
eight
I heard
bars.
y'all over here cooking.
Yo, what's
I
up,
heard
Fizzle?
y'all.
What's up, Fizzle? What's up?
I
What's
heard
going on,
y'all
bro?
over
What's
here
going on?
cooking. God damn it, boy!
What's
I was
happening,
like, boy,
Bob?
these
Yeah.
niggas over here going. They over here. They done erupted a volcano in this bitch this morning. Boy, it's
Oh
live
yeah,
every
bro.
goddamn
Yeah,
Hey,
way.
bro.
man. Hey,
Yeah, welcome.
this what we doing every
Hey,
Saturday,
man.
bro.
Every Saturday, Fabi. So
Hey,
BC and DP is
music.
here every
That's my
Saturday, bro.
lane. I'm
I
younger,
know.
but
I was waiting for you to
goddamn
come.
boy,
I'm glad you came right in time, brother. I was waiting for you to come. I said, Fizz gonna get over here
y'all
because
already
he
know.
gonna
We
talk
starting
this music shit.
we starting with the 80's
Rakim is
era,
my
man.
favorite of all time.
That's
Uh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I
that's
met the
my
man.
guy. Spice
I got a
One, Big
picture.
L.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he
That-
said Big
Man,
L.
Oh, Big
Big
L,
L was a
definitely
problem.
Big L
Big
nasty.
L was a problem.
Yeah, Big L.
a lot of people they be sleeping on Spice One. That nigga was that nigga cold boy.
Yeah,
Bruh,
Spice One
Spice.
was
Oh my
nice, yo.
goodness.
Cold,
Spice,
bro. I'm
Whew.
like say Ghostface Killer.
Spice
Like
One was.
certain niggas, they man,
Oh,
these
I
niggas.
love Ghost. I love Ghost Dini, man. Ghost Dini. I
Oh
like. I
yeah, I
like the
love
chef.
Ghostface.
That's my guy too. Now I
Yeah.
mean, hey, but I'm gonna tell you a bad motherfucker out that Wu, man. And, and,
Inspector
and, and
Deck,
I
bro.
respect what Memphis said. There you go. There you go. You knew what I was going to say. He
Inspector
is.
Deck.
Inspector Deck
That's
was
the
the
baddest
he
motherfucker.
was the one
He
he
the
was the one
baddest
that
dude.
made me like,
Yeah.
oh my
Inspector Deck got
God.
the coldest opening intro of all times with on that
Yep.
Triumph. Like I had,
Shit.
Smoke on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the
oh my
Hellraiser.
God. And
Yo,
bruh,
yeah.
and if
Yo,
anybody
Inspector
ain't
was
never seen
always on
that
some shit.
Wu-Tang series on Hulu,
That's the
man,
shit.
season 2 get ready to come out. Season 2 get ready to come out. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah. Season 3. You mean season 3 about to
Season
come
3,
out?
I'm
Season
sorry.
3. Yeah.
I'm sorry, season 3.
Yeah. I'm
Yes,
waiting for
man.
it.
Don't hey, the Wu-Tang
Yeah,
Clan,
yeah.
bruh. Hey, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
man.
Yo, that was
Fizzle
yo.
was hard. Myth, Redman, them boys hard. You know what I'm saying?
A1 backstage, yo.
They changed hip hop
I
forever
got it.
with the no choruses and now you know what I'm saying? Like they just rhymed. There was no structure to the whole joint. It was just like a bunch of niggas rapping.
But
That's
see, you
it.
know what happened, BC,
Right.
and I
Like
don't know if a
that's
lot of
it.
people know this, is RZA was Prince Rakim. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You
yeah.
know,
Oh, we
he
love you,
came out in
Rakim. Thank
exactly.
you.
Oh yeah,
You're
he
very
came out in
kind.
the
Yes, I
industry
remember.
first.
The Jizza
Jizza was
too.
genius,
Yep.
exactly. And they had got to tap into Tommy Boy Records, which we all know the history of how they
That's
roll.
why
You
old
know what I'm
boy
saying?
said, Tommy ain't my
Oh, yeah,
motherfucking
Tommy
boy.
Boy.
Fucking boy, exactly. So when they said, fuck y'all, we gonna go ahead and do our own thing, they went back to the hood, got all, they partners they grew up, which was Meth, Ray, Ghost, You God and all them. And they came out harder the second time because they got tired of dealing with the industry. They knew how the industry was screwing over
Yeah.
them because they wanted RZA to be
Yo,
more like you know what I'm saying?
yo,
Father MC type rapper.
they bum rush loud records like 200 deep, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like
That's
they
a
was
true story.
Wu-Tang mobs out, bro. They was
Oh yeah.
mobbed
Yeah, they
out.
do.
It's time to roll up on this music shit. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Hey, Fizzle. What we be talking about the '80s, man. So, you damn from the big state, Texas. You know what I'm saying? Texas got a lot of rich history in hip hop, even going back to the
Ghetto
early
boys.
mid '80s and
Ghetto
shit.
boys.
Ghetto
Ghetto
Yeah,
boys.
boys.
man. Oh my fucking
The
god.
Yeah.
ghetto boys,
Listen,
bro.
man.
Hey.
Day by
I
day it's
don't
more
care
impossible to
what
cope.
part of the region.
Hey, before then, bro,
I don't
size
care
ain't
what
shit.
part of
Read
the
these
world you was
Nikes.
from.
You rock with ghetto boys.
Ghetto
You can be
boys is
from
on
the
some
east, the
shit,
south, the
bro.
west, the north,
Yeah,
north to east, north
yeah,
south.
yeah.
I
Ghetto
mean
boys.
shit. Northwest,
Man,
wherever the hell
everybody
you
fuck with
from.
the ghetto boys.
Yeah,
Hey,
Ghetto
hey,
Boy.
hey, Ghetto Boys was one of the first groups that motherfuckers use as they rap music or make moves allegedly.
No
Yeah,
doubt. I
everybody
used to mess
went
with them
down on
heavy,
something.
bro.
They threw that Ghetto Boys on, man.
Yo,
They
Ghetto
so
Boys was
man,
crazy. That was yo,
bro. When
the
they
That was the
came
world was
first time I
different.
through,
got actually hip to, like, what was going on down there. And, because they had came out around 87, 88, and they always compared them to NWA. They was like the NWA of the South because of the way they rapped and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, they, to me, were the, like, they were the first guys to actually come out and do that because they had to fight to get through the industry, man, because they talked about, like, how they went to New York the first time and New York kind of shitted on them. You know what I'm saying? Until they came back with that hit, man, playing tricks on me. They come back the second time, bro. That's a worldwide hit. You could play that shit to this day.
Yeah.
But then out of that came them boys from PA, Texas, UGK. You know what I'm saying? So when they
yeah,
dropped, and Five, you can jump in because you from Texas. You know what it is.
Yeah, 8 Ball and MJG. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They ain't from Texas, but
Absolutely.
you know,
But
That's what
they
we're saying.
touched that
them
South
and Eight
region.
Ball,
What
they
are you
was
from,
right there
Tennessee?
in the same. They was in the same boat type of deal. And you was on UGK Ghetto Boys or 8 Ball and MJG. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? If you was on another group that went from Texas, you was just fucking with Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Once they, hopped in the mix. You know
The
what I'm
Dungeon
saying?
family.
Hey,
You
and
knew
The
that,
you knew
Dungeon
yeah,
family.
NWA,
yeah.
all,
That's why I
so
saw it shift down to the south for a minute. Like, yo, man, these dudes down here ain't no joke, bro. Like, because they out, just because they accent was different, they felt like they couldn't rap. But I'm like, man, y'all need to pay attention to
Yo,
what these dudes saying. Shit,
yo,
yeah.
all of
See,
them.
a lot
Yo,
of people they slept on the
every,
bars that was being spoken for niggas from the South
absolutely.
because
Mm-hmm.
they look at the East Coast and the Midwest and the West Coast. And that's why, Andre 3000 them, was at them award shows in what 96 and shit saying like shit, the South got something to say.
Oh
Shit,
yeah.
we been out
yo,
here
listen,
kicking that shit.
Oh
listen.
Like
yeah.
When they came out with like if anybody ever questioned, I don't know who would, but if anybody ever questioned if 3000 spit, like if you listen back to Spotty Yachty Dopalicious, I think the name of that joint is, with the
Yep.
trumpets in it, yo, man,
damn,
oh my
damn,
goodness, yo, he was straight
damn.
doing
Yeah.
poetry over that joint, man. Like, yo, that man, I was just listening to that shit the other day. That is
Shit.
like Outcast, the
Yeah.
whole Dungeon Family, Goody Mob. When all of that was popping back in the 90s, I was like on that. I remember some of my friends was like, "Why you listening to that? Like that shit is hard."
That shit is
He killed
hard,
that
man.
too, and he killed international players. Yeah, boy.
International players anthem.
Ooh,
Yep.
shit, I said, boy, he was cold, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. And the South was, man,
that's
I'm
a
telling you, bro,
fucking
I was all
classic
for it.
right there.
Hey,
boy,
That's a
I
but
was
classic.
all
but
for it.
if we gonna move to that era of hip hop right there, then we gonna have to throw uh Wayne and Juvie and them up in there too.
oh
Well,
yeah,
we can't
And
touch.
Master P,
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
we
because
yeah.
No
can't. Yeah.
Limit,
The,
Oh,
No
y'all,
Limit was going crazy back then too.
well, we need to do another episode on the '90s alone because
Yeah,
you know what
man,
I'm
the
saying.
night.
My thing is
Mystic
Ooh,
is
this,
still my dude.
ooh.
right?
we do
And
the
like we
90s
just,
next Saturday, but we can talk about a few of them right now.
yeah, we
But
we
we
got to
we
get
do
into the
the 90s
'90s,
next week.
absolutely,
Yeah.
man, because
Hey, do the 90s next
Nas,
week, bro.
Biggie,
But we can
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it.
Yeah,
yeah.
But
we're gonna do
oh
the
man,
90s next week,
We definitely got to do the
next Saturday.
'90s next week, man, because if we're
oh,
gonna do that, we got to start at the beginning with Nas, Biggie,
woo.
and Jay Z and so on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because the New York was kind of like, what I'm saying, going
That
through
was
some
it.
shit at the time.
It was
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Right.
Until Big and Nas came out, because So yeah, we got to definitely touch on the '90s next
And
week
Fat
for
Joe.
sure.
And Fat
Oh,
Joe.
Joey crack, bro. Pun.
mhm.
Yeah, that whole digging in the creek
Pun came
area,
later.
but
Pun came
with
later.
with with, with
Yeah, Pun
yeah,
came
with
later.
the 80s, yeah, with the 80s, man. Then LL came. Then we had the invasion of Public Enemy,
Mhm.
Rakim, uh, Ultramagnetic. Then here come Kane, here come Biz, Kane, G Rap. Yeah, those guys.
Mhm.
EPMD. But when
Mhm.
Public Enemy first came out, bro, I said, now why hip hop? You had guys coming out that was so much of a one and one. Like you was getting some different shit every 3 months. Somebody come out and they got a whole different sound. When Public Enemy dropped, I said, who the fuck is these motherfuckers here? And where the fuck they get this sound from? They production, bro. The Shockley brothers, the Bomb Squad, some of the top producers in hip hop, man. That when they came out with that Public Enemy #1,
Hank
and
Shockley.
we hearing
Hank
the fucking
Shockley.
noise. And I'm like, what's this fucking noise? And my man smacked me in the back of my head. I said, what's the sound? He said, motherfucker, that's Fred Wesley.
Hank
The
Shockley.
grunt. I went home and pulled out the James Brown record, The Grunt. And damn
Yep.
sure that
It was the grunt. Yep.
is fucking Fred Wesley from the fucking JBs, man. I said they made this shit sound like
Public
it was some
Enemy.
sort of fucking earth sound or some shit.
Public Enemy. I don't even categorize like Public Enemy and KRS. I don't even categorize them as like music because of where life was for on this side of town during that time, like how crack was going so crazy and just the shit that they was on. It was like they was more like I can't. It wasn't music, yo. It was more like a movement. You know what I'm saying? It felt like civil rights movement activists. They was like activists that happened to be rapping to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
I get what you're saying. Like a hood activist present artistry in the form of music. You know what I'm saying?
That was Malcolm on wax. Goddamn,
right,
Public
right.
Enemy
They was
Malcolm
polarizing,
on
bro.
wax.
Like they was. I remember they did a show down by Crotona Park in the 80's, and they didn't have no security, no nothing. It was just them niggas. I mean, their security was what's son that used to do the
SMW.
martial arts? What's
Security of the
Griff.
first
Professor
world.
Griff?
Professor Griff.
Professor
Professor
Griff.
Griff.
It was them. It was them that was the security. But that was
Yeah.
like they, you know what I'm saying? That's how it was. That's how they was still like the Black Panthers on some. You know what I'm saying? It was Public Enemy was dope. I got to see them as a child many times because my aunt lived in the South Bronx and I used to spend summers in the South Bronx. So I seen them wild times. They was very down to earth and real people.
Yeah.
They
And
they kill it on stage, bro. They kill it on stage.
I'm gonna drop a fun fact, man. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but the production, Keith and Hank Shockley, the Bomb Squad, did Ice Cube's first album, America's Most Wanted. They did the whole entire album.
What's up?
So if you look at America's Most Wanted and listen to Cube's very first album, I heard "Paid Back to Motherfucking Nigga." That's why I'm sick of getting treated like a goddamn stepchild. That was Keith and Hank Shockley. The Bomb Squad did that album.
Yeah, that was the Shockley brothers.
Yeah, the Shockley brothers, man. Because Cube came to New York after he left NWA, and he was supposed to actually meet up with Third Base, and they stood him up for some reason. He getting ready to get back on the plane to go back to California. He sees Chuck at the airport. Cube told this story. He sees Chuck at the airport, and Chuck said, "Nah, come on, we got you." And the rest was history.
Yep.
So they actually jump-started Ice Cube's career.
Solo career. That was a great move. But Ice Cube looked up to the guys from the East Coast, because the East Coast at that time had most of the population of MCs out, when the West just had a few at the time. So, hip hop was just getting over there to the West, maybe right before, they came out. So, and when that shit hit, he like, oh shit, we gotta come with our own flavor. So that's when you got the Def, the NWAs, and the Far Side, the Mischiefs, and all that different, man. Listen, man, the West was coming all type of shit, man. Cypress
Facts,
Hill.
Tay, they from Long Island. Absolutely. Strong Island.
Strong Island, Long Island. Yeah.
That's
Strong
right, baby.
Island. Well, I got no violence. That's the reason that they claim that I'm
violent. Man, don't get me started on Public Enemy, bro. Hey, I work out in the gym and listen to Public Enemy.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Oh my goodness.
911 is a joke. 911 is
the shit.
Out. That was
every day, they never come correct. You got my man right here with the broken
That It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back is one of the greatest top 10 hip hop albums of all time. Yeah. I'm telling you.
Yo,
when that
my shit, my favorite flavor is Cold Lamp. My fault, DP.
Nah. Speak, bro. Speak on Cold Lamp. Speak on Cold Lamp, bro.
Cold Lamp.
Flay was bugging out.
Flay was on his shit, bro. I'm like, yo, this nigga is
Flay was bugging out.
But he was saying some shit, though. Oh my god, man, that shit.
That rebel without a pause, bro. That rebel without a pause, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Hey,
yo,
that's some sick shit right there.
Chuck
Chuck
D
was a
delivery
bad
was
boy,
was
man.
like, yo, what?
Woo,
I
boy.
think
Cold with it.
like I put him and Scarface in the same type of delivery category.
Oh
Like
yeah, that
they
delivery.
Yeah,
Delivery is
yeah,
major.
yeah. Oh my God!
but
Yes.
Speaking of Scarface, when that motherfucker did his first solo album, oh my God!
Murder
I'm
the
a
living
born
face
killer.
head.
You face to face with Scarface, trying to
Oh, that
step to
born
this
killer.
motherfucking face. Oh
Scarface
my
was on another
God!
level, man. Scarface was
Scarface
on
had
another
some
level.
niggas wilding out. Scarface
Yeah.
and
All
Ghetto
I have in
Boys
this
had
world
niggas
is
wilding
my
out. Oh
balls
my
and my
My
words.
word.
God!
I started
Nigga, that
small
album, that
time
nigga
Mr.
dope
went
game, cocaine,
crazy.
Mr.
pushing rocks
Scarface
on the
came
block.
walking up the block. I
Mr.
took the beans and
Scarface.
stills all his rock.
Hey, he
Poured
was
out a
letting you
gun
know,
and he shoots up all the things. And Mr.
Mr.
Scarface rolled up the
Scarface.
block again.
Hey,
All I'm
boy.
at in this world. Oh, oh.
Hey,
I
I'm
don't give a
telling you,
fuck
man.
about the cat in the background. That motherfucker. Oh my
Scarface was
goodness.
cold, boy.
Somebody lock him up. He's too hard. Lock him the fuck up. He's
Hey, I'm
scaring
telling you,
people.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He,
hey, what's
he
funny
can
is
say
they see the grown polished up Scarface. Scarface will fuck you up, boy.
oh
Absolutely.
yeah, Scarface smacking shit the fuck up too, dog.
Absolutely,
They did a
bro.
show in Philly, and some Camden niggas tried some shit. Yeah, I feel sorry for them Camden dudes. Like, y'all
Hey,
stupid motherfuckers, because Camden was wild back in the day. They was known as the murder capital back then. Some Camden niggas come over to Philly, trying some shit with Scarface. First of all, y'all out of pocket. Y'all from Jersey,
Oh,
and y'all ain't get no damn permission.
Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah, yeah. He
Mm-hmm.
he
Jersey
whooped them
boy.
boys' ass. Since they had to go back to Cooper Hospital over in Jersey before they actually went back to the residence. They were not
God
playing no
damn
games.
it. Them boys got hands and feet from across America put on their ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
fucking
remember
and
Willie D
shit.
used to
Bushwick Bill
box.
was fucking a lot of motherfuckers up, y'all. Yeah. Bushwick
Willie
Bill
was
was
supposed to be
fucking
a boxer.
motherfuckers up.
Yeah, Willie D
Yeah,
used to
Will was
Yeah,
a,
box.
he
yeah,
was
he
a
was supposed to be a boxer. Yeah, and Jay begged him to be in the group because he wanted to be a boxer, but he said like, "Yo, man, I
yeah.
can't turn this dude down, man. That's what Jay Prince do. Shout out to Jay Prince, man, because I mean, we got one of the greatest. And just imagine if that never happened, man. Like if he had no, because he actually put them together. You know,
Eh,
Right.
Bill was a dancer. Bill was a dancer,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they wrote all his rhymes. Scarface was a DJ, and Will was a boxer. So Jay Prince actually
Right.
seen them when they were like, babies, and they was doing their own thing. But he put all them together,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you got,
Hell
the
of a
product of
vision.
the Ghetto Boys. That's a hell of a vision, bro.
Hey, you know what
Hell of
line
a
still
vision. Shout
makes
out
me
to Jay
chuckle?
Prince.
You know what line still makes me chuckle? Three blind, crippling, crazy senior citizens. That shit still makes me
Yeah.
laugh to myself.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
yo,
that's the shit.
Ghetto Boy. I'm fortunate to live through that era because we just had so much variety to choose. Like it didn't matter what if you wanted playful, you would listen to like Dana Dane. You know what I'm saying? If
Sucker
you it,
fella, Dana Dane.
yo man, yo
You lucky
listen.
bastards.
Hey, he was. Remember he had
You
the thick
lucky rat
accent too.
bastards, you. My ass was born in '88, boy. As soon as by the time '98, boy, I had went back all the way to the '80s, boy.
Yeah,
I had to go rewind. You know what I'm
You had to
saying?
go
But
rewind.
yeah,
Hey, but
but
The
but
brothers and
see,
that's
uncles.
the beauty of music.
And when I was
G5, the
rolling,
reason why.
being 8, they always played shit like that. If they weren't jamming no old school rap, they was playing like Al Green or some Calvin Richards or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They was playing some OG type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I
so
caught
for
on
you,
this shit. You
so
know
for
what I'm
you,
saying?
the only person that was still relevant was probably like LL.
Okay.
Nah,
Yeah,
see
Because
that.
LL
Nah,
was
see that's if I wasn't a music head like at 8 and 10 years old already. You know what I'm saying? I was already in love with music. So shit, I jammed my 90s shit, but shit, I was already rocking back in the 80s. Shit. You know what I'm saying? By the time I hit a teenager, shit, nigga, everybody we naming, I was very familiar with their ass by that time. I didn't have
yeah.
no choice being around who I was around. You know what I'm saying? So
See
shit,
on
That shit was in the hood, man.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's part of
They
it's
see,
part. That's what I was saying at the beginning. It's like that's how we grew up. It was in our houses. It's not a hip hop is not like a. It's not necessarily just an art. It's a way of life. It's part of where we
It
live in.
is.
We live in urban areas.
sh-
It's
Yeah.
there. It's ingrained in us.
I
Yeah.
remember the double cassette boombox era, bro.
What?
The double cassette
Oh
boom. I
man.
had a boombox.
Everybody had a boom box.
I
I had
used
a
to put
couple.
that motherfucker right on your shoulder and
Yo,
just walk around the hill,
yo, and
hood
we
with
used
it.
to me and my older brother used to walk around battling niggas like we used to have caterpillar races. You know what I'm saying? Remember the caterpillar
Oh shit.
back in
Oh
the
yeah,
breakdancing
absolutely.
Yeah.
joint?
Oh
Like
yeah,
niggas
yeah,
used to
yeah.
have caterpillar races, see who could get from this spot to this spot the fastest, doing the cat. Like man, the '80s was dope.
The '80s was dope,
80's
man.
was
The
dope.
'80s was dope.
And
I'm telling you. I mean, and
Rick Red
it,
Leaves and shit.
yeah, the medallion, the
Right.
whole X Clan era, man, the whole red, black, and green, and
Hmm.
bro, you know what I'm saying? It was like, man. But I think what happened, like we was talking about earlier, man. Once corporate America got involved,
It
you seen the shit that
Mm.
had messed
it was
everything up.
also it was also the last time you could be cool without a fucking fade line in your haircut.
Absolutely. And
Mm.
Remember
yeah,
your hair used
Mm.
to just remember you get a haircut, it'd be bald and then it'd just be hair. It
yeah.
wasn't no, it wasn't
Mm.
no. They didn't
You
even try to
had to have
blend
a
it.
fresh cut back then. Look,
They
if you a
didn't,
man, bro, you had to have a fresh cut and some fresh feet on, bro.
but they didn't
If
even
you
try to blend it. It just went from bald to hair.
absolutely,
Mm.
Look back at some of them videos. I'd be laughing at that shit like yo, and we
the
thought
shit
that
was
was
Yeah, cause
crazy,
cold.
man.
We
The
they was
shit
thought
was
that
looking
shit
like
was
crazy.
what's his
cold.
name from off of they was all walking around with the hairstyle of what's his name from off of the Fat Albert motherfucking goddamn cartoon. What was the little motherfucker with the green shirt? They had like the bowl cut, the shit was all
With
close on the side, just had the little head on the head.
yeah, the dude with the teeth, the dude with the teeth,
Oh, mush mouth,
mush
Yeah,
mouth.
yeah.
mush mouth.
Yeah, much mouth, yeah. Much mouth,
My
yeah,
dude,
that shit.
my
That's how
dude
the
was
head
Weird
was
Harold. My dude was Weird Harold. That nigga head used to make me laugh. It's
Shit,
like
boy,
yo,
my
look at
dude
his
was
head.
Rudy. Rudy was
Oh
my
man,
dude, boy. Rudy had that
and
pimp
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
Russell,
boy.
Rudy's my
Rudy and
And
Russell.
Russell, Rudy and Russell.
Rudy Russell, yeah, I fuck with
You
Rudy
remind me of
Russell, yeah,
school
my
on a
man.
Sunday, no class.
Mhm.
That shit used to kill me,
Yeah,
boy.
you
Oh,
remind me like school on a Sunday. What's
No
that? No
class.
class.
Boy, I
and
used to try to kill Russell.
Weird Harold
And
was
then
the
my
nigga
man
that act
dumped
like
down
he was
on
from
shit.
what was the name of that old school movie, man? School High? What was the name of that
Cooley
old
High.
Cooley
Cooley
High?
High.
Weird
Oh
Harold
yeah.
used to talk
Yeah,
like a nigga off Cooley High. He was like, "Hey man,
yeah,
I don't think we should go down there."
yeah,
Cooley
Oh
yo,
High,
he
man,
was
bro.
tripping, dog. Then you had dumped down. What did
Dumb Donald. Dumb Donald was
oh,
my dude. And you know what's crazy, man, is Bill Cosby did all they fucking voices,
hmm,
bro.
Yep.
yep.
Bill
Mm-hmm.
Cosby did all they voices, man.
Mm-hmm.
Russell, oh
If
man,
you didn't grow up
Russell.
Do
listening
y'all
to
know
what,
Bill?
man,
You know Bill got a jazz album too. You know Bill made a couple
Oh,
jazz albums. He got yeah, Bill got some shit out. He got a funky joint too, especially the Fat Albert joint with him and Fat Albert. Like it's like a soundtrack basically with him and
yo,
Herbie Hancock. Shit is dope too, yo.
yo, man, I just read the comments, and I'm sorry, it made me chuckle because the bowl cut is wild. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man.
The
Nah, but
bowl cut is
but
disrespectful.
back to the hip hop. If you had to, who do you think reigned the most in that era?
reign
Who in
supreme.
your opinion? Yeah, who in your opinion is the one? Like it's so many people, but who is the one
I
person that stands
give a
out?
year, cause that era you got to do about a
Mid
year,
'80s,
cause it
like
was
mid
so much.
'80s, like from let's say from '86 on, because
LL.
the
Okay.
formative years
LL.
are the formative years. You say LL
LL. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the
because he
number
besides
one,
what
the
in
sex
records.
appeal. Yeah, exactly. The sex appeal, the hits, LL, undeniably, man. If you look at who had the most success, because Run DMC started fading out by then. You know what I'm saying? They got shelved for like 3 years because of a contract dispute. LL was
Yeah, with
still
pop art.
putting
Yeah,
out
I
exactly
mean
with
with
Pop Art,
profile,
Def
with
Jam,
profile. Yeah.
Profile Records. Yeah, yeah, the Profile,
Mm-hmm.
and LL, man, undeniably, because he kept coming out with hits after hits, and then the transition into the '90s. Yeah, he took a deep, dive, but he bounced back. But it was undeniably LL, man. He reigned the '80s because of his sex appeal, the clothes, the hits, bro. Like you ain't never seen that, and I'm gonna say Will too, because they was the first rap artist to, have a Grammy. They boycotted the Grammys because of the Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff. Hip hop, boycotted because they wouldn't put hip hop into a category. So when they got to present them, they didn't show it up there. They just showed it like, they didn't walk up on stage and go get their acceptance award, none of that stuff. They just boycotted it. Say like, nah, we're going to stand right here, man, because this is for hip hop. And then the following year, hip hop is in a category.
The one that did it for me to answer your question, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you one that was the impact for me. Boogie Down production. We'll always get paid. We take the wackest song. Listen, bro. It was not a house, a fucking car, a Sony Walkman, a boombox that was not bumping that shit. And we talk about production they had. Oh my God. They production. Oh my gosh. Poetry is my favorite song out of all BDP songs of all time. That's my number one favorite song. What the shit he was talking? He came at the whole entire rap industry at the time. He was coming at everybody. He definitely was on running them.
My
now
favorite
you forced to listen to the teacher in the lesson. Oh my God.
I think very deeply.
Yeah, my philosophy, that's my shit.
Listen.
Oh no, man, I like South Bronx, bro.
South Bronx was the one for you. But that poetry, man, the shit he was saying, now you forced to listen to the teacher in the lesson, classes and sections, so you can stop guessing if this is a tape or written down memo, sound more professional. This is not a demo effect or a lecture.
Yes, sir.
Yo, he was rolling on this. Yeah. Yo, poetry is that shit, bro. Oh my God. Yo, BDP was that shit. They was stomping shit, bro. Oh my gosh. And on stage, Karis won.
Yeah. Oh man.
Karis won, people.
Love's gonna get you, you know.
Love's gonna get you. Oh,
Love's gonna get you. Yeah. Love's
gonna
get you.
Got myself a Uzi and my brother Renan.
Absolutely.
One of the best hip hop stage performers of all time. This man, they tore shit down. And Chris still, one of the best on stage, man. Yo, they tear shit down.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. People don't even know the history of Boogie Down, man. But if y'all don't know, man, it's a documentary about Scott LaRock on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I told people to go check it out, man. That man was Puffy before Puffy, and I think that was the reason why into his demise, because it was some shiesty stuff going on. And I remember when Scott LaRock was murdered. Oh, you already know.
Talk that shit, DP.
I've seen that documentary too.
Yeah.
That documentary
y'all want to keep up on. Y'all want to keep up on BDP? Kenny got a channel. Kenny Parker. My brother's name is Kenny. He always dropping gems, man. Check his channel out. He'll keep you up on all the Boogie Down production shit. A lot of stories. Some especially like I didn't know about because I didn't live in New York. You know what I mean? Some I knew about that guy all around, but like shit, like in New York and shit like that. Got a lot more information about Scott LaRock. So Kenny got a channel, man. So check it out, man, for some good study about BDP, man. Go check his channel out, man. So shout out to my Kenny Parker for that shit. Thinking about
hey fellas, I'm gonna catch up with y'all later, man. I gotta make a move, man. But hey, next Saturday, Crush, hit me up. I'm down, bro.
We doing 90s. Yeah. Y'all the host, man. Yep.
Yes, sir. Okay, y'all be in touch, man. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And I'll catch up with y'all later, man.
Good.
All right, man. TWT.
For sure. TWT, man.
Baby. Yeah, so we rocking, man. So it's a whole lot of good talk with this hip hop, man. That 80s was something else, man. Like BC was saying, cause like 86, like from that right at the LL, man. Like the Rakims, the Big Daddy K, the old Juice Crew era, and all, man. Shit was turning up, bro. Ultramagnetic, I love those dudes, man. One of the best shows I've seen when Ultramagnetic used to do a lot of shit with Boogie Down. They used to do a lot of shit together. They real tight. And I seen them at a skate ring over in Delaware, bro. They tore that shit down. It was like being at a Coliseum, but it was just those two. And can you imagine how the sheet rock and all that shit was falling off the wall with both of their productions? Shit on top of the songs they was putting out. But yeah, man, hip hop was definitely dope. Then when the native tongue era came, like in the late 80's, De La Soul, who I fuck with, hard.
De
De
La
La
Soul,
Soul was definitely nice, man.
De La Soul
They
was,
dope,
was
man.
so different too. They was ill. They was
Yeah,
so different. My joint is still Saturday, bro. The roller skating song.
Saturday,
Yeah,
Saturday,
I listen to that
Saturday
every
is just,
Saturday. That's
and
like
that
that's
buddy shit. Oh
my
man,
buddy.
my buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Daylight
was the
was
Jungle
nice in the
Brothers though. That was the
blues.
Jungle Brothers though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They
That
did the
wasn't De
joint
La
with them,
Soul
but
song.
yeah,
They
that
was
old
just
nigga.
on it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. They was just on it, but they wound up housing that shit. No, respectfully, you know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be sometimes. But yeah, Daylight was dope, bro. And I'm gonna tell you, they was some wild ass dudes. They was known for tearing up hotel rooms because they would play a whole lot of games, throw ice on motherfuckers, all type of shit. We been up in the mix with them, and them dudes have bars, bro. Them dudes can,
Yeah,
oh my god, they MCs. They are MCs, bro. And they had a nice little movement going on. Like you said, it was different. Like EST was like perfect chemistry for them. You know what I mean? Because he was so different. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And he got tight with those cats. And him and Kwame became
Well, I mean, yo,
real close friends. And
I wanted
him
to
and
say something
Kwame
about
still tight
Kwame.
to this day.
I wanted to say
Go
something
ahead,
about
bro.
Kwame while we was talking about Big Daddy Kane and whatnot, but it's not the same type of. That's why I said we had so many different things to choose from. It was like it just depended on what lane you wanted to be in. Because Kwame shit was
Any
like
lane you want to go in, bro. Go ahead, talk your shit.
dancing. It was like dancing and happy party joint, like kid and play. Like you know what I'm saying? It was like different lanes for it. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Kwame was
I got
definitely
a Kwame story. I got a Kwame story, man. Uh, Kwame ran up in some shit right after I was done killing when we was on the road. Waited for the bitch. I ain't gonna call her bitch. Wait. Him and EST was by my door while I was drilling this chick. And when I was done with her, soon when I opened my door, they like, yo, what's up? And Kwame took her right to her front. I said, this nigga know I just got from dogging this chick out for about 56 minutes. I'm like, man, I hope he made her wash up and all that. I don't know. He did some strange things. I said, damn, Kwame, you had to come and get this joint. There was chicks all over the hotel, but John was a little sexy, little joint. I told him, niggas, don't come back down my run. Get nothing else. You know what I mean? But yeah, Quan was dope, man. Quan was dope. Very dope. He brought a whole different sound to it, man. A whole
Yeah,
different charisma. It was like he took that happy attitude and put a whole nother twist on it, which was fly. You know what I mean? And you can everybody loved the Biggie quote. Life was played out like Kwame no polka dot. The polka dots was rocking people. We
yeah.
can't deny that it was polka dots all over the motherfucking place. Shit, I wouldn't even talk to a girl if she didn't have a polka dot going on. You ain't got that polka dot going since I'm at the pass on you. Yeah, shout out to Tribe Called Quest, which is another one of my favorite groups. Well, I
Yep.
fuck with that whole clique. Leaders of the new school, Tribe, De La Soul, they was
Jungle
all
Brothers.
clique, the niggas. Yeah, Jungle Brothers, Queen Latifah Flavor Unit, you know what I'm saying? Black Sheep. Native Tongue had a nice little
Yeah,
something going on.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Native tongue got
Definitely.
rhymes galore.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Tribe definitely nice, man. Dope production, man. Dope production. Love just about most of their albums. They put out great work, and that's another thing we can talk about. You was able to listen to a album or a cassette, straight through without skipping, unless
Yeah,
it was something you was anticipating. Then you'll go back to what you skipped because you just wanted to get to a certain song if it wasn't in the early order. You see what I'm saying? But nonetheless, a lot of them shits was dope. Yeah, we can't forget about Grand Nubian and my man
Man,
Grand Pooba. He's a piece of work. He got a hell of a story behind him. You know, he had Mary J. You know, before a lot of cats did. He had Mary J. was his little chick before KC and Case and a lot of them motherfuckers. Yeah, and he was a little fucking goon too.
yeah,
Grand Pooba was off the hook. He used to do
Lord
all
Jamal
type
was
of shit
there.
with Lord Jamal. Yeah, he take the money, take the studio money and shit, and go do what the fuck he want to do with it. But they ain't never try to fuck with him. He a goon too. Grand Pooh's a goon too, man. Dope ass dude down to earth. God love Brand Nubian, man. They had a hell of a fucking movement. I wish they wouldn't have never went through what they went through, because even though when they got back together, it was like that magic, that it that they had when they was together. It's like they never
Yeah.
picked back up on it,
Yo,
man. And I'm like,
when Pooba went solo, when he went solo, it didn't do what they anticipated it would do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I had that album. I had that album, and I remember, yo, this one line that he said. He said in the what's it? What goes around comes. He said, far from the average, civilized and savage. When I'm low in proteins, I'm with the bean soup and cabbage. I was like, get the like, you know what I'm saying? He
yeah,
was talking. Yo, that Grand Pooba was dope, but not.
yeah,
He should have did better numbers in his solo efforts.
yeah, yeah. He should have, man. It was a big disappointment. It was a letdown for me, man, because Pooh was dope, but definitely one and one. That's definitely a one and one dude. And I remember Pooh when he was with Masters of Ceremony. I mean, a lot of people don't know Pooh was with another group before he formed Brand Nubian with Sadat X and Lord Jamar. He's with motherfucking goddamn Masters of Ceremony. They had that joke called Dynamite, Dynamite, Dynamite. Dynamite, yeah. Poop a motherfucker. He's definitely a number one and one, man. Very crafty dude, lyrical dude. Oh my god, he got
Yeah,
bars, metaphors. He's slick with it,
he
witty
was
with it,
witty.
very crafty.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
witty.
man. And had his own. Yeah, he had a style, man. I used to use some of that flow, mix it with mine a little bit, just to flow. That, yeah, he's a one on one. Yeah, I mean, my shit is step to the where Grand Pooh was on arrival, raising together, singing songs of rival, running around the town, giving all the girls group snack. Yo, he was snapping. Then they went off on step to the right. Oh my gosh, they all went off on that joint. We gonna swing this to the right. Now, honey, who was not a quickie? When it comes against goddamn, I'm picky. Who be the princess, the Akabata prince? Disrespect the woke, the limit her temper. Honey, hey, this may sound profound. Let me love you down. Lift me up town, back downtown. All the skills up, and then I get no frown. No do the MCs. Really think it outlast. Hey, I smell gas. Yo, that, come on,
Yeah,
folks. Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
He
man.
said, Lord
Nice.
Jamal was my dude. He used to spit so
Yeah.
straightforward
That's my
and
guy.
gully.
Yo, that's my
He,
guy.
he was
That's my
gully.
guy,
Lord
man.
Jamal will live long because I give strong blows to the heads of my foes. I was like, yo, what?
Yo,
Yeah,
and
they was,
dope ass dude, man. He a cool dude, man. Him a couple times, bro. Dope dude. And Sadat, they all pretty dope, man. Sadat, funny dude, man. He's a very unorthodox guy, man.
yeah,
Yeah, he's very unorthodox. It's like he had like a dab of Pooba shit with his own shit and made his own thing. But they was all unique. But going back to Jamal came hard, man. I love his delivery on everything, dog.
yeah,
Punks jump up to get beat down. Oh my god! And
yeah.
I love that song. And I'm like, what if Pooba was on that shit? Oh my fucking gosh! Even though it was so dope, they didn't need him. But oh my gosh,
We had
one day when I
hip hop. The '80s is definitely what makes hip hop hip hop.
fuck face, what's up, bro? Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, cook, bro. You got it.
The '80s definitely makes hip hop because it was so diverse. It was just so many different flavors. It was like a big ass pot of gumbo. It was
Yeah,
we had like Kane, Brand Nubian, Cool G Rap, Gangstar. We had like it was so many Dana Dane, Eric B and
yeah,
Rakim, EPMD. It was just so much going on that it's just like, geez, Louise.
yeah.
It made
Everybody had their own
everything.
style, man.
Yeah, it was when people held themselves. It didn't really. it didn't really matter what you were saying, but you still had to say something, but it didn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. But it was a lot of cats that was nice, man. That putting out some nice songs. It was nice with the spinach, man. Yeah, shout out to New York, man. They had a lot of cats, even in some other spots like out in Boston, LG and
Oh,
LG and the Bulldogs. Those cats where Guru's really from. You see what I'm saying?
Guru
Uh,
from Boston and whatnot.
yeah, from Boston. Yup, from Boston. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Texas. G5, yeah, Primo, one of the best, one of
Mm-hmm.
the baddest fucking
Dopest
goddamn
DJs
promoters. He's
ever.
one of my favorite. He is from Texas originally. I know a lot of people did not know that, but yes, Primo's originally from Texas. Yeah, yup. He's originally from Texas.
He have his
You know
own
them
unique
dudes from
sound.
yeah, his fucking music, his air music, bro. And he had his own sound. Like they was one in one. Guru, who
Yeah.
the reason why we call Just Do the Voice because he reminds you of Guru, kind of favor him a little bit of the demeanor and everything. Like, and that's why I call Just Do the Guru because he remind me of Guru, dog. Just put a gangsta instrumental behind him talking this shit. It's gonna sound like Guru talking about boxing, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much similarities with him, putting their demeanor, they sound, and smoothness, and even when the way he talks, except for Google had more of he was slightly tied tongue to where Justice not tied tongue, but they sound alike in so many ways, and even they looks and shit. I'm saying he just a smaller version of Google, man, and everybody call him the voice, and Google is known as the voice because it's like it's the voice. That makes you unique. The choice to make some voice. You know what I'm saying? I love my Gang Star, bro. I
When I
fuck
was
with
when
Gang
I was
Star.
when I was back then, I had no I was not even necessarily that I was young like that. It's just that I didn't have any perception of somebody being from someplace else. It just was all, you know what I'm saying? It was all hip hop to me. That's why I didn't know Three Times Dope wasn't from New York. That's why I just thought I didn't know uh Guru was from Boston. I didn't he just talked funny to me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't my
Yo,
mind
Just,
wasn't
what's up? Let's talk.
wasn't
Just
thinking
do
about
up
it
too.
like
Go
that.
ahead, bro. My fault.
Mhm.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's all
he,
good.
Yeah.
yeah. They gave him my name, the voice of reason. I was like, wow, that's funny. You can have it,
Yeah,
cause I'm just a jet. Yeah,
yeah. You
I'm
tap
just
on
a
the
jet.
jet, goddamn. That's the
Oh,
jet, goddamn. But yeah, it's so much similarities, man. I could listen to Just Cook and then turn on fucking Gangstar and be like, I'm hearing the same motherfucker. One just rapping up, one just talking boxing, switching
mhm.
in other places, going, yeah, I mean, yo, it's dope, man. Yeah, I mean, so shout out to Just Do, the voice, the guru. I mean, TWT in the building, bro. Yeah. Oh,
Mhm.
you've been listening the whole time. You low down, you under the weather a little bit, Probably, woke up and had a little bad vibe. That's right, dog. We got you, man. We talking this good old hip hop. We 2 hours in. I'm gonna go another 30 minutes, man, and we'll shut down and then we gonna get right back to it next week and get ready for this marathon with these fights, bro. But I appreciate everybody coming through. Another something thing to keep the TWT thing rolling and keep me busy. Something to add on the weekend. And I think it's dope, man. So thanks, for BC and DP Rock and invite me to be co-host of this joint. They can come over here and talk all day. And I ain't gotta say shit. I want it like that. You know, my costume's costume. My shit is your shit. The microphone is yours just as much as mine. I can shut the fuck up and y'all can cook like you're on your own channel. That's how I rock. I mean, so when you on that level, you can do that over here. Don't need no any bullshit, motherfuckers. Come like that shit. That we do know. Y'all go ahead and cook. Y'all gonna take this phone call. Oh no, I'm not. This is scam. Like fuck that shit. But y'all can still cook. I
So
mean,
we
yeah.
gonna have to move forward then. Cause hey, Bob, what's your earliest memory of hip hop?
Ooh, shit.
Yo,
Uh,
Act, what's up, Act? Richard, thanks for coming through, bro.
Jab Jamboree. Act. What up, Act? What's good, bro? What's good,
Yeah,
my
we
brother
cooking hip
Jeff?
hop, man. We doing this every
My
Saturday.
my earliest
Jack,
memory since
Jack.
I'm a younger cat, you know what I'm saying? I got a bunch of older, you know what I'm saying, siblings and shit. Like when I was like 8 and 9, you know what I'm saying? like my cousins and shit who's in their 30s and mid 30s and shit. You know what I'm saying? I roll with them. So that's why I'm so prevalent and so familiar with herb. Because I used to be like between 7 and 9, and my older cousins would watch me. So they was hustlers. So shit, we'll go hop in the lack, and she would make moves, and them niggas used to get stoned to shit with me in the car. So I got a adaption and a immune to herb at an early age. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even surprised when I started smoking it. And during that time, what you think they doing? Smoking and jamming hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They older than me, so I don't think I had. That's how they jammed a lot of Scarface. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Eight ball MJG. You know what I'm saying? That's where I started, you know what I'm saying, picking up on a lot of shit. Like Spice One, and I knew the names of Big L as I got a little older, but they started putting me on them. You know what I'm saying? Big
Yep.
Daddy Kane and all that. Cool G
Yeah.
Rap.
Cool G
Uh,
Rap and Big Daddy Kane was the shit
mhm.
after LL and Run DMC to me. But
Coogee Rap. Coogee Rap is my favorite MC of all time. Not saying he's the greatest. Bad motherfucker. A lot of cats did not want no smoke with the Cool Genius of rap. That's fact. Motherfucker, animal dog. He
Rap
the
was
first one. Schoolie D started the gangster rap. Coogee Rap was the first one to start talking all that fly shit with the diamonds and the minks and yeah, he was talking that shit. Yes, he was the first one. You know what I mean? That's why he came out with a song. Who's the first one to spit it? Who the first one? Yeah, he was the first one talking that shit. God damn, G Rap, though.
G Rap
Yeah,
was
shout
wild.
out to him. Yeah,
G Rap is
he was
definitely one of
hell,
my
bro.
favorites. Master Ace too. Master Ace was dope too. I think he was from Brooklyn. There was a lot of little special ed. There was a lot of little just hidden hip hop classic joints in there in the 80s that they didn't have success forever, but they have success where their name is mentioned still.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows special ed. If you from this side of the country, at least I don't know. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
certain
it
they
was
would have
nice
had
too,
to
man.
here.
It was
I got
nice.
it made. That's like a hip
Yeah,
hop
I'm
classic.
taxing. This is a mission out of part-time. Yeah, man, that's my
Yeah,
shit. And it was nice too. It was nice on the mic too, yo.
yeah,
Mhm.
We talk sports, we put you on game. Doing and every say, Quee, my girl in the building. What's going on? Thank you for coming through. TWT in the building. The
Mhm.
first lady, the solid one. Fuck with her, you gotta fuck with me. God damn it.
You damn so
And
gotta see
that
her
y'all ready.
nigga. You damn so gotta see her nigga if you come playing. And I'm the cool,
Yeah,
calm motherfucker, but I'm an asshole.
I'm a,
So you,
yeah.
mm-mm,
I,
mm-mm.
I don't want little bro to come out and shit. So big bro will step in, and yeah, I mean, if it needs to be that, and then if the little bro gotta go ahead and do his goddamn thing, he go ahead, you sit back like the motherfucking monk. You know what I mean? But if you need to overstep, you got it. But I got it.
Oh,
I got you. I got the whole DWT. If you talk about my family somewhere and I'm around, I'm gonna punch you in your motherfucking nose,
hey,
right in your nose,
hey,
split your shit, break your
hey,
bridge, all that.
talk to him.
Punch you
Y'all should
right in
be
your shit real
thankful.
quick.
This the dumb down crush.
Punch
This ain't the crush from 5 years ago.
yeah,
My nigga done
yeah,
pipe
yeah.
down. Some of y'all
Thank you,
should be
Father.
happy. Some of y'all should be happy with
Yeah, fight that
growth
all,
and
Father.
forward progress. Cause some of you niggas will be nothing. Nothing.
Right,
Yeah, some
right.
yeah.
In case the boy
Nothing.
said something about it the other day, he said, man, yeah, Father ain't telling no lie, man. Yeah, I was with this shit, all that talk, that shit, and come looking for you. No bullshit. Come looking for you. Yeah, I'm chilling right now. You niggas don't want that anyway. They don't want that anyway. But don't bring it upon yourself. You still ain't safe just because you haven't said nothing. Talk about my family. I'm gonna bust your ass if you in my motherfucking reach. And let you new niggas know the old me. You new niggas will get to know the old me. The old niggas know the old me.
Hmm.
Ain't no better than leave me the fuck alone.
I've been around
Wow.
Crystal for years, man. This is my motherfucking nigga. This is one of the first. one of the
Practice,
originals
my
for
God.
me. That's why this nigga would always,
Yup.
always be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah. So y'all, them niggas don't
Yeah.
even know. But I just
About
like,
that
I'm
time
just
now.
happy to see. I'm happy to see the growth and you know what I'm saying, just how people moving. Cause man, the shit that go on now, you know what I'm saying, out here on in this YouTube game, because it is a game. Um, shit, about 4 years, 5 years ago, and Chris would have been pulled up on
Mm-hmm.
some of you sucker duck ass boys. We used to have to come Chris down. That nigga Chris, wow, yeah, that nigga throw it off. He'll fuck you up
Yeah,
too. But leave that nigga alone.
yeah. And don't make me have to bring extra. I probably only need to bring one. You know what I mean? I'm surrounded by reapers. No bullshit. No made up shit. Everybody in TWT is matter of fact. You know what I mean? So, and, just chill out. Yo, knock out the alchemist in the building. Salute the knockout. You see, I caught the playback because I was napping for work when you did the live, bro. And I enjoyed it, man. It was pretty dope. It's always dope, man. So I'm waiting for the next one to come up. Yeah. ASAP Queequeg, and I was one of the first fucking with Queequeg from years ago. Yeah, man, that's my bro and sis right there, dog. His name is Five. He got a pound going on 6'10". Shit, I think we at the six
Yeah,
this year, Bob. We six
yeah,
this year.
yeah. See,
Got
I came
six
around.
years in with
What
them,
we
man.
in 23. Yeah, I came. Yeah.
It's the 6 year.
Mm,
It's the
Yeah,
6 year, bro.
or we going on 6. One of the case. Once I hit 5, you know what I'm saying. That's a brotherhood relationship that ain't going nowhere. Once you
Mm-hmm.
friendship,
Mm-hmm.
brotherhood, certain the past level with me, you know what I'm saying. You go up on the totem pole. You feel me? You know what I'm saying. You go up
All right,
on
knock
the
out. I
side
got you.
totem pole. You know what I'm saying. And
Knock out.
you know what I'm saying? My guy just been here from the jump. BC been around. I used to see him for a while, for some years now. It was just
Yeah,
from, Chef side, the blue blood. It was just mutual respect for people. Did I know that, well, me and Chris was rocking, but did I know some people that I seen from 3 years ago was gonna be some of the people I'm closest with now? No. But hey, guess what? Timing is every
Yeah.
motherfucking thing. So I be trying to tell folks, timing is everything. We didn't know we was gonna all link up and be this goddamn dope ass film that we is now. But guess what? We is though.
Yeah.
And there's some people that was
You
around
gotta
during
have
that
that.
time, I won't fuck with them at all. And there's people that's been around less than a year or not even 2 years, and I fuck with you before I fuck with they dog ass any day. Cause you know why?
yeah.
Because they some
Character,
bitches.
character, bro. Character.
They some bitches. That's why. Some real
Yep.
live biatches. And they done showed it. Oh man, they done showed it.
Hold on now, I got you, bro.
Yo, I'm good. What's up with the bros, man? What's good?
Was goody, bro.
Chilling, man.
Oh, we
Chilling.
good, man. We doing our little hip hop joint, our music show that we doing every Saturday. Me, myself, DP, and BC right there, Brian Corbin, DP Rocker, DP stepped out. He got the grandbabies. Came talked about hip hop from the 80's coming up. Where everybody's from. Who was the first rapper? All that shit.
Well,
So we
shit,
just
I'm here
been
to I'm
talking,
here to
man. So
I'm here to learn then, 'cause I don't know nothing about all that shit, man. I'm here to learn. I just seen y'all chopping it up. I
yeah,
ain't know
man.
I ain't know y'all was talking about hip hop and shit, man.
KO, my
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
going
yeah,
down?
yeah, yeah.
Knockout.
Hey, what good with the G5? Hey, I'm just hoping I'm one of them people that only been around a year or two that you rocking with harder. You know what I'm talking about?
Nigga, you ain't that ain't even no
Yeah,
question,
yeah,
boy.
I know. I'm just
That
fucking with.
ain't even
I'm
no
just fucking
question.
with
You
you. I
want
heard you
you
talking. I
hey,
heard you
I
talking
just
some
want to
shit
slide
with
it in
Floyd
because
and
I
all that.
can.
man.
Of course, nigga.
Yeah,
Of course.
you're a genuine dude, knockout. You're a bro, man.
Yeah,
Real,
that's my
never
dude.
recognized real, bro. Nothing but love over here, respect for you and yours, man.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
And
we
get
just
what? We ain't
talking.
never we ain't never gonna change neither. I'm staying the same. I've been the same
Yep,
forever.
never, never.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Forever,
same
ever,
dude. I just
forever,
timed
ever.
that. I just calmed down. Just like Bob said, I used to be buck.
Oh
You
yeah,
dig? You
yeah,
tell
yeah. My nigga bestowed.
buck.
You and Omega Red was nigga off the
Yeah,
meat rack, boy.
Omega
God
Red,
damn.
and then Omega we off the
Yeah,
meat
man.
rack,
I
man.
can see
I
that. I
really
be
calmed
seeing.
down.
I hear Crush every now and then. He get a little amped up, but I could definitely see that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Man,
yeah, yeah.
these
Been
niggas used
chilling,
to
man.
be
Just trying
litty,
to keep
boy.
content.
And G5 too.
Litty.
I like when G5. I like when G5 get a little spicy. I like when he get a little pissed off, man. That shit be funny, man.
Yeah,
Cause
I used to do it more often, but now it's just, I try to keep it because I know me. I know me and my see, the reason I try to keep myself shit cool and calm because once I get to a certain point, I'm ready to punch on some shit. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I learn self control and patience because if I get that, then I can keep avoid certain shit, so I don't have to punch on something because some shit irritates my living soul, and I be ready to punch on some shit. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Same,
And
bro. Same.
Yeah.
I know it when I see it. Same way, bro. That's why I be trying to chill too. I just be chilling. I don't want no trouble. Trouble keep finding me for some reason, bro.
yeah, well, for some reason, trouble always try to follow and attach itself to greatness because they need something to attach themselves to.
Yeah.
That's a bar. Don't let that go over your head. That's why motherfuckers keep fucking with you because they see the greatness, but they ain't gonna admit it to you that you knocking on that door or that you headed down that path. They just gonna hate and do stupid shit. You know,
100%
ignorance at its
fact.
finest. So you know.
Hey, you gotta appreciate your haters.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I appreciate all of
It's,
them
it's,
because
it is
cause
it
they
is how
watching.
it is an
And
affirmation.
if you talking about me, I know you watching. So I appreciate the
Exactly.
money in my pocket. Matter of fact, we get paid. We get paid today, I think. Or not, we're gonna get paid on Monday since today's Saturday. Shit, we get them YouTube checks today, so I appreciate all of them. Appreciate y'all. Keep hating and keep watching, man.
Exactly. It's affirmation.
Appreciate all y'all. And then make sure you put my name in the title of your shit too. So that way when you talk about me, they'll come over and they'll listen to me and then they'll stay because it's some real shit. So I appreciate
Mhm.
each and every one of them, man.
Yeah, I got my first YouTube check got distributed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got it yet
Ooh,
because
G5 got the
Hey.
YouTube buddy.
yeah, but I'm still waiting on my code in the mail. They just sent it on the 17th because I was doing some other shit. Yeah, man,
Oh,
they
you
been
got
getting
your
sending
shit
fire through the
early.
ring, huh?
You got your shit early. That's fucked up.
No,
You ain't
I
doing
I
the
ain't
direct
get it.
deposit. They gotta send you a check.
No, 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 no. You know the code they sent in the mail?
Oh yeah. The code when you
I
first
have
get your first
they
one.
just
Yeah,
sent
I got
mine
you.
out on the 17th, so they got my shit on hold until that code come in and verified, and then we green light. But they
It should
just
be there
sent it
early.
on.
It should be there by Monday or Tuesday, man.
Hell yeah, come on with it, cause I got shit to do.
I
I
heard
got
that
shit.
shit.
I got shit to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm up here fucking with the car now. I've been letting it sit up, so I'm gonna jump it off, let it run for about 10 minutes, then cut that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? Cause I gotta go pick up. I gotta go. I'm ordering this engine, so shit. It's time. It's time to crank this bitch up and get rolling.
Already, bro. Well,
Yeah.
I know I said it already, but congratulations again, man. That's a huge milestone, bro, where you can finally get some money for all the hard work you putting in and shit, man.
Yeah. Now I got a little shadow being going on. I don't know what's going on, but hey, we still pushing. Boy, I can't. Yeah, I gotta manually request everything. I don't know somebody mad at me, boy, cause nigga, they must be mad fucking me over. I gotta go change all my shit to green every time. As soon as I go live, I can't even get through a whole live. And as soon as I start live, I gotta have another device right there. Refresh the screen, limited. Gotta go refresh this
Yeah,
shit.
that's weird. I remember you talking about that shit on your live for a little bit. That's weird. Once I turned the green shit on, I ain't never had that shit happen.
And it's every day, especially on lives. Every day, it never fails. I got shit
Yeah, I
yellow
know.
right
I'm
now.
going live winning. Yeah, that's fucked up, bro.
Yep, and it's fucking up my
Is it
patience.
something with a maybe it's something? Do you got some music in one of your intros or something?
No, all that shit legit. Because if that was the case, they'll put a copyright. hmm
Okay.
Yeah, no, they cool. All that shit legit. I ain't got no copyright. They just trying to fuck with my money. That's all. Shit, I looked at my overall income. Shit, my shit done went down. 50 bucks for some reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna figure it out though. I'll figure it out. So I say, man, I don't know how some people shit, but boy, they been making it hard for a nigga, boy. hmm They
Keep
make
on
Hopefully,
keeping on.
as you continue to grow, maybe it's just because you just now monetized and shit. So maybe
it.
they
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I know y'all see some of the some of the shit that's being pushed down and some of the views. Oh, don't get mad, YouTube. Y'all shouldn't let me get going. That's all.
and like he moving too fast. He going too fast.
Too fast.
We gotta
Yeah,
pay
but
him too much. We gotta pay him too much money. That's good, bro. That's good. You deserve that shit, man. All y'all do, man.
appreciate it, man. We just trying to
Everybody
get it.
that's putting in work and being authentic and being themselves and not biting off other people's content and not using controversy for views and shit. Anybody moving like that, whether they agree with my takes or not, they deserve to get their bread, bro.
I can agree with that.
I just don't like the. I don't like the leeching off of other people. That's the shit that I wish you couldn't get paid for, bro. People that grow their shit off of controversy and messy shit, they don't deserve to get no money off of that shit, man.
I mean, attention is the new currency, bro.
That's true. It's 100% true, man.
People are gonna be people forever. You just gotta stay solid in who you is. People will come. Y'all some solid cats. Your content is original. It's solid. You give your opinion. Most of the time, it's completely informed. So hey, people gonna come. That's just how it's gonna
Yes,
work.
sir.
Like five. I remember when he started his joint. People gonna come, bro. It's who you are. The measure of who you are as a human being. People gonna come. They're gonna gravitate because y'all are really down to earth and cool cat and intelligent as well. So hey, people gonna come, bro. We was having a discussion about 80's hip hop, but we tailed off of that. Now we just having a general conversation. What's your
I ain't mean
That's
to
all good. That's all
change the
good.
whole convo. My
No,
bad.
no, no,
nah,
it's
man?
good. No, you good. Knock out. You good. We
Top
we
of the
we been
deal, baby.
cooking on this hip hop man for uh about 2 hours and 20 minutes, bro. So so it's all good. It's good to like close out that way. Be ready to close out to bring us some other topics, which we don't have a problem with. So anytime y'all want to come on and talk about something else, it's no problem, bro. Definitely with y'all. You know, y'all
Nah,
got the green light, the red
Hey,
carpet,
Kurt.
and everything else. So
Well, let me ask you this, Chris,
what's
on
up,
some
bro?
boxing shit. Who you picking today? Chris Eubanks or Liam Smith, man?
I'm 50-50 right now on it, knockout. I haven't really got down to my final decision. I probably look at a fight or two from both of these guys and then try to have my decision by the time first bell ring. I got a 50-50 fight. I think both of them got a chance of winning. Um, I don't know, but something is saying that Smith might pull it off, bro. So I don't know. We'll see. But 50-50 fight so far. But something
Check it,
telling me he
bro.
might you know
Check it.
he might take you
That
for
what
granted
everybody
a little
saying.
bit, man.
That, that what everybody's saying, OG Crush. But I'm here to tell you, man, in my opinion, I think they got that shit messed up. I think they got the eyes too close. I think Chris Eubanks Jr. about to put hands on that boy, man. About to put
I
hands
hope
on him.
so. I hope so.
He too
I
little.
don't
Yeah,
trust that
He
yeah,
coming
nigga.
yeah.
up.
I don't
He
trust you,
coming
babe.
up from he too little.
Oh,
He coming up from 154. Eubanks is coming down from 168. Eubanks been stepping on shit at 160. He put Liam Williams down like 4 or 5 times. He got 2 knockouts at 160. Then the dude that he fought, Marcus Morrison, he ain't knock him out. But if you go look at that fight, man, he messed that whole dude face up, man. Had that man looking like the Elephant Man. Liam Smith, he ain't doing shit but coming forward with a high guard, and he's slow. He gonna be walking right into Chris Eubanks Jr. power the whole goddamn night. Watch, he gonna fuck him up, bro. It's gonna be bad, man. He gonna do him bad.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. But he got to stay on point too, man. Stay on point too. I mean, so we gonna see. I know it's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a hell of a fight.
I
Might
I
wind up.
don't.
being
I
the
don't
candidate
trust.
for fight of the year. Mr.
I do.
Mechanical, what's going on, salute, bro? We talk. I see y'all.
I do not trust Eubanks, bro. He is suspect to me. And you trying to be Roy Jones too fucking much. Fuck that. Like you dropped old buddy 5 times, but
Yeah,
then you start acting lost like you couldn't get him out of there. You drop a person that time, that many times, and you struggling to get him, and he's not that good to me, bro. Like,
No,
and
he not.
ain't this the
He
same?
not, bro. But
Ain't this the same Liam Smith that
Ain't
Canelo
either
fought?
though.
Ain't this the is Liam Smith, Liam Williams, Callum? No, he fought Callum. No, he fought Callum and Liam. Canelo did, didn't he? Didn't he fight the
Mm-hmm.
both of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
Either
fought
way it go.
every limb known to mankind.
Either way it go. I don't know. Both of them still a part of me. So you know what I'm saying. Uh, I guess you Banks is. I guess should be considered the favorite, but mm, I guess
Hey, this
that's
one,
all I can
this
say.
one just, this one just getting us through until we get to see that Russian Artur Beterbiev
You
fight
heard
Anthony
me?
Yard next week. That shit gonna be, ooh.
Yeah, that
Mm.
shit
Now
gonna be live.
that's the one I want to see, man. Yeah. Now that one right there, man. Well. The only thing I've been hearing everyone say is Father Time show up because that's about the only thing you can say. When it comes to him, right now, Yard. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
if he
that's
can't,
that's
if he
that
can't keep
doesn't.
the Turbiev off his ass,
Yo, that
he
is
in
not
trouble,
even.
man.
I can't believe they even made a fight like that.
I can.
Yo, he is going to destroy y'all. Son don't move his head. He just that shit ain't gonna work with this big bear ass dude, bro.
Man, that
That's
He is
what
man,
I'm
that,
going.
saying, man.
He is
he,
He
he
ain't
is
he a
gonna be
going
able
to
to
monster.
be
keep him
bad,
off his
bro.
ass, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, when
Damn. Well,
when
this
he
battery,
when he
this battery is
fought
beyond dead, boy.
when
Jesus, it's been
when
sitting up.
Beterbiev fought in September at Madison Square Garden, I was at that fight. Yo, bro, his punches sound like shotgun, like dead serious. Like Yard does not move his head enough. That's gonna be a sad fight, bro. That shit is gonna be like a real 3 rounds.
And the bad part is, bro, the main thing too is very bad when you a front runner and you fade late when you going against Beterbiev. Like Yard fades late in fights, bro.
Mm,
So even if Beterbiev, like for his sake, I hope Beterbiev hurt him early, like he did Joe Smith Jr., bro. And
yeah,
just go ahead and get him out of there. Because if he don't hurt him early and Yard lasts the first 4-5 rounds, and Yard start getting tired and shit, man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be more of what happened to Marcus Brown, and I don't want to see Yard go through that, bro.
yo,
I
better
don't
be
want to see
punches.
him get done like that, bro.
Yo,
Just knock him out early, hurt him early, and get him out of there, bro. Because if Yard is competitive the first 4 or 5 rounds, then that gas tank that he got start going on empty, and Beterbiev start turning up on his ass, bro.
I don't see it.
He gonna
I
have
don't
to go
see
to
it.
the hospital after the fight, man.
I don't see it going that far because y'all got he got things with him like how he resets his feet. He got shit with him. Like just little stuff. How he reset his feet. He shuffle. He be right in front of you. Like Better Beef is gonna destroy that dude.
Yeah, that whole bullshit of you in the Philly shell, you in the shoulder roll at the
Oh,
very beginning of the fight. That shit ain't going.
yo,
That
old
shit
boy
that he
punches
he
too
he gonna
hard
get he
for that.
gonna be getting caught with that hybrid left hook jab
Oh,
shit that Beterbiev throw.
old boy, and he
He gonna be
punches
hitting him
like
all in his arm and shit, so he can't raise his motherfucking left hand up, and then that right hand gonna be come behind. It's gonna be bad, bro. That shit gonna
very
be
bad.
bad
He punches like an Asgardian, bro. And y'all don't get out the way. He don't move his head.
at
He
all,
got
bro.
decent speed. He got decent power, but his footwork is suspect, and he does not get out the way, bro. Good night.
He be doing
And
motherfucking hot.
Yeah,
He be
he
doing
keep.
hopscotch with his footwork and shit, trying to
mm,
reset.
and he tries to trade. He be like
Mm-hmm.
if he tries to trade, that fight doesn't go past two.
Yeah, he gonna have.
You hear me?
That's gonna be nasty. But I don't know what the over under is, but I might take the under on that shit.
Man, that dude keep his head right on the line. and it's gonna be like the martial art movie, the flying guillotine, except for in the form of box. He gonna really knock that dude head off the tip of his neck. It's gonna fly into the judge's table and all that. I suggest everybody in the front 2 rows to wear plastic because when he hit this dude, I know he's gonna bust skin immediately, man. So I feel sorry
Crush,
for
we can't
y'all.
trust Crush. Crush, we cannot trust the man in Anthony Yard whose own trainer admitted that they don't even spar. We can't trust him, bro.
Yeah, yeah, he gonna
We can't
die.
trust him to get the
He's
job
Yeah.
gonna
done.
Oh man,
exactly. I'm
I didn't
taking
want to say that.
paternity as man. If
It's
he
like
dies, he dies.
yeah,
It's gonna
it's
be a
like
massacre.
Apollo.
Like, bro,
Yep,
It's
you
gonna
don't
gonna
get
be
spar,
bad.
dog? Like, really? He says, no, I'm his sparring partner. I mimic the moves. And I'm like, bro, this man need a new. You
what?
you doing this man such a disservice, bro. That's like a basketball player. Like they practicing and shit, and then they coach like, nah, we don't practice free throws. we just we just do free throws in the game. We don't practice free throws at all. All right, dog. Whatever, man. You want to do some stupid
Yeah,
shit like that, you gonna get yourself hurt.
He gonna
yeah,
get hurt
yeah. It's gonna
regardless.
be something.
He
I
gonna get
can't
hurt
wait to see
regardless.
it. Hey man, but look, we at the mark, man. I'm at the mark for today's segment, man. Thanks for everybody for coming through, especially the family right here on the panel, the family in the chat. It's always a good thing to be in your presence. It's an honor that y'all come rocking with my crazy ass. And I appreciate it. We're gonna be bringing y'all more and more content. You'll see me teaming up with a lot of other people in TWT, some other people on some different things to bring some different variety going on with the sport of boxing and other things that we always wind up talking about when we talk about our favorite sport that brings us with other things that we have a passion for. So salute to everybody in the chat, man. Give yourself applause for coming through. I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna let my brothers get their last words. And we're gonna close on out and get ready for the marathon. I see T is still rolling. I got it rolling on another device so we can shoot all right over there. So DC,
Yo,
co-host with the co-most, bro. Give your last words on anything, man, and tell everybody where they can find you.
yo, peace everybody. Thank y'all for coming out. We gonna be doing this Saturdays at 10:30 on the hip hop joint.
That's it. Yep, so you can find BC right here at the Cold Crush Lounge. He is the co-host with the co-most. And drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the intangible, the unbeatable, the undisputed, can't be stopped. The capo of TWTG Fizzle. What's going on,
My
bro? Give your closing words and everybody we can find you, bro.
man, just let everybody know. I appreciate everybody pulling up to my brother Crush. You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button. Let's bump my brother algorithm up. And y'all tell people to come on, man. He got fucked up on his page, man. Let's run him back up, man. I got your link copy, so especially when I do the fight calls, I just pin the link up there. If they want to hop up on there, then I'll drop the link. But other than that, yeah, we finna keep, you know what I'm saying, progressing my brother so he can get to that mark, you know, as well as Quee and anybody else, D Free, all my brothers and, you know what I'm saying, my sisters that's trying to get to that mark. I want everybody to get to that joint. You know what I'm saying? Just like these two brothers up here and individuals that were on here previously and they have left. So man, another dope show, man. We got a deep bag, you know what I'm saying? Everybody like Kyrie in this bitch. You don't know what you're gonna get pulled out this bag. You feel me? Just know you're gonna get your ass ISO'd the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're gonna get hit with because we got a lot of different stuff that, you know what I'm saying, that we can present as a whole. We got many lanes, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta talk about boxing, we talk about football, we talk about basketball, uh rap, you know what I'm saying, R&B, whatever it is, man. Shit, ain't no limit. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody stop you but yourself. So man, keep doing what you're doing, my brother Crush. Shout out to the whole fam. Whether you TWT, LDBC, or you're nothing, and you just a solid motherfucker, man. You know we rocking with you and appreciate support any way we can get it and how y'all give it to us, man. So appreciate y'all. Y'all know where I be at. I'm be around my brother's pages and we gonna get it in. Now it's time to get high, man. Y'all be good, be safe, enjoy y'all goddamn day.
Appreciate it. Y'all heard it from the Capo G5. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all compliments. Man, it's your boy, Mr. PSA, Crush the motherfucking legend, a.k.a. Yoda Wise Crush, with my co-host, BC Brian Corbett, TWT in the Capo in the building for blessing. Shout out to Knockout, shout out to DP Rocker, other co-hosts, and everybody that came through, no matter if they jumped on the panel in the chat. Your presence is always honored, and y'all have my gratitude. But with that being said, I'm going to get my old dusty ass out the way so y'all can go on about y'all day. And again, baby, it's time to smoke something. TWT, LDBC, or get the ass out the way, or get kicked like a soccer ball, Pele style. We out of here. I appreciate y'all support, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Peace.